Welcome to the very first session one of the beginning of Hoard of the Dragon Queen. You guys are, for various reasons, you have all joined a caravan that is on its way to Greenest. Some of you are working as caravan guards. Some of you are traveling with the caravan for the security that it offers. Some of you are just happen to be going the same way as the caravan and happen to be with it. Whatever your backstory indicates, you know why you're here. Over the course of your travels, you've been on the road for several days. You guys have definitely run into each other in the caravan. I wouldn't say that you're friends by any means. You very well might be, but you at least have seen each other, and you don't have any hostility towards each other at this moment. So there was no point in which, somebody said pass the spices, and one of you said to the other one, get it yourself, or any of that crap, right? So there's no animosity has happened. So at the very worst, you are neutral to each other. In some cases, depending on your backstories and what's going on, you might be considered friendly to each other.
Can you say that we threw a pansy dwarf sorcerer off the wagon on the way?
You could say anything you'd like. So I'm going to share with you a map of the Sword Coast. And you can look there and see at the very southeastern portion of the map is Greenest. And the way this caravan happened to travel in is kind of more like from the southwestern side. I know some of you weren't necessarily planning from coming from that way, but you're with the caravan for whatever reason, and this is the route the caravan took. So that being said, you guys are still a ways out from Greenest, and traveling on the road when we're going to get right to the story.
You said we're heading southwest on that road, or south?
You're coming from the southwest, which means you are going northeast.
Northeast, okay.
Correct. So bear with me here. Oh, no, it's not good. How did I do that? There we go.
Melix has a cold, by the way, and occasionally sneezing on the wagon.
Okay.
So if Melix sneezes, he apologizes in advance.
It's probably allergies.
Okay, so for the past several days, you have been traveling a road that winds lazily across the rolling grasslands of the green fields. Sundown is approaching when you top a rise and see the town of Greenest just a few short miles away. But instead of the pleasant, welcoming town you expected, you see columns of black smoke rising from burning buildings, running figures that are little more than dots at this distance, and a dark winged shape wheeling low over the keep that rises above the center of the town. Greenest is being attacked by a dragon.
Run away! Malik, you're first. Malik.
Now I know why that dwarf took off.
I
didn't know they still existed.
So you guys you're at a very great distance at the moment, and the people were as big as ants, it says, right? So you're several thousand yards away. And what is happening right now is the caravan master and other people in charge of the caravan are basically saying that the caravan needs to hurry up and get to Greenest and try to help. Not necessarily fight off the dragon per se, but try to help the townsfolk. Something is definitely going on, and their major concern is when you get there, there's going to be nobody to buy the wares that the caravan is bringing. It's just going to be unfortunate for everybody, so to speak. So the caravan itself actually starts closing the distance.
Have we been riding in the wagon or riding horses, or how have we been traveling?
I don't believe that any of you have a horse. Correct me if I'm wrong. So there would be some riding in the wagon, some walking. You will have times when you walk for a while, then you get tired, you get in the wagon for a while, you get tired of sitting, you walk for a while. It's kind of the general consensus of how things go.
And you mentioned there are other guard-type soldiers in the caravan. Any other members of the formal army, or people that actually look like they can hold themselves well, or just people with like swords and like leather armor?
So there are definitely some of both, and I wouldn't say any active army. There are definitely some ex-army, I should say, or ex-military.
Any that has a higher rank than me?
No.
All right. I will begin to, as the caravan is moving, start to issue sort of orders that would sort of get those who actually might look like they actually know what to do in organized battle, and try to give them some tactical direction, and to form the appropriate approach column or lines or whatever it may be that is appropriate for A, these times, but B, those types of, whether they're archers or I don't know kind of what they're armed with, but at least I'll try to have some kind of control and organize of those who actually can be directed, as opposed to those who are just going to go and try to help with wounded or whatever.
Okay, so you're trying to organize some sort of fighting force?
Yep.
Is there any cover here? Any kind of cover for the caravan? Do we want to run this right up to the town where it's getting attacked, or is there a possibility that this, caravan can be kept out of this so that it doesn't get destroyed?
Well, so basically the way this works is the caravan master basically kind of, as you guys are moving along, he says there's no way that the caravan is going completely in the town. They are going to hold back. They're going to get closer because you're very far away, but they're going to hold back at some point, and they're going to send, the rest of the caravan capable, so to speak, whether it be guard or, if you look like you can handle yourself, they're going to send you into the town to do the best you can with either, fighting off whatever the attack happens to be. I mean, obviously nobody's expected to come face to face with a dragon, but or helping with injured villagers, or it looks like a lot of things are burning. We have to put out some fires. It's very clear that the town is in trouble and needs some help. The dragon, while it is attacking the town, it isn't racing to do so. It's not doing so with a ferocity that leads you to believe that the place is going to be leveled in the next hour.
And knowing what we may know of Greenest in terms of its size and capacity, both on what we know of it plus what we see, do we know that there's any kind of garrison or any kind of military that sort of helps defend it, or is it pretty much just pitchforks and people running scared through the night?
So there is a small garrison there, but it is not capable of dealing with the dragon. So most of you guys are from the area, have been around the area long enough, been with the caravans long enough to know that there is a small garrison. There's a keep in the middle of the town, pretty much, but it is not, by any means ready to deal with a full-grown dragon.
I'm assuming we've been moving as we've been asking these questions.
Exactly, yes. You guys are still, you're so far away, there's no sense in running, so to speak, because you'll just be dead tired by the time you get there. So you're on a good march, let's say, for the most part, as far as the pace goes. But you're not going to get to town till pretty much dark.
Perfect.
Right. So at some point, like I said, the caravan's going to stop. You guys are going to continue on to get into the town.
The not knowing the scale of this map, but the other towns northeast of here, Burdusk and Erie Abor, are they so far away based upon the scale that whether I don't know if they even have military or better guards, that they may or may not see the dragon in the high sky, or is it too far from a visual to see
It's
them?
way too far. So the closest towns are 4 to 6 days away by horseback.
Okay, so that would be those two, I'm
Yes.
assuming. And do I know what the local authority or whether it be a lord or baron or governor for the area that sort of is in charge of keeping the peace? Because obviously I'm expecting there, carnage, and there may be additional looting or other issues that could make the town be prey to other rogues that might take advantage of the situation, or criminals.
Yes. So there's a governor to Greenest. It's Governor Nighthill. And you know that generally the governor stays at the keep.
Okay.
And so that is the person, right? If you're looking for who's in charge, it'll be if Governor Nighthill is still alive, he is in charge.
Okay.
So I guess the question here is, now you've been closing ground the whole time. If I'm just going to assume, unless you tell me differently, that you're proceeding to the town, right? So that's my assumption,
Right.
unless you tell me something differently.
Yep.
As you get to a certain point, the caravan holds out about, I'll say 800 yards from the town. It finds a spot where there's maybe a little copse of woods or something where it kind of tucks in, and they send you forth, right?
Right.
What do I have in my force of sort of that I've gathered now, in terms of we've probably been organized as we're walking to make a formidable sort of strategic approach? Do I have scores? Do I have less than 10? What is the quantity?
So you have less than 10. What you're finding is some of these guards that were hired on, these sellswords that were hired on as guards, were maybe not as brave as they were paid to be, and somehow the guards' numbers seem to be dwindling as you look around. So there are still some guards, right? Some people are brave and come along or have been trained, but all of a sudden the woods is absorbing a few extra people. You don't know where they went, right?
I'm with you, Captain. Don't worry.
So
Yeah.
Not going
yeah.
anywhere.
With that being said,
I would try to create some level of rally, although that wasn't ever my forte. That was usually someone else that would sort of get the morale going. But I will do my best to try to give them courage through whatever motivational speeches I can as we're going.
I think I see a dead man amongst our group. I'm pretty sure that that elf there, Zephyr. Last I saw him, he was sure to be dead.
Nah, more durable than I'm giving credit for.
All right.
Okay, so as you guys actually, what I'll say is approach the town. Okay, getting close enough to actually see like the very beginnings of the buildings in a close-up situation. What's going on here is you get a little something here. It says, without warning, 5 humans dash out from between 2 buildings on your left, and a limping man and 3 young children race across the street into more shadows. And a woman carrying a round shield and broken spear turns and faces back in the direction from which they came. 7 kobolds stream out of the alley on the family's heels and fan out around the woman, who looks determined to delay the creatures for as long as possible.
Charge!
Wow.
I'm in bow range, I'm sure. I got long range, if nothing else.
Men, get the kobolds! Charge!
Okay, so
By the way, I don't know if you saw the in the
I
tower roll.
did.
Okay.
I did. One moment.
Is the dragon still somewhat?
The dragon is overhead.
I just don't want to turn my back to the dragon and just face some limping kobolds.
I get it. Just bear with me a second here while I get you guys on the map and get this squared away. Okay, so I am about to share you a map here. One second. And I believe you guys can see all those kobolds, right?
No.
No?
Well,
No,
I
it's just a map of a
All
town,
right,
so I see.
Bottom left.
I
of the-
can. It's the bottom.
Oh,
left.
I see. I don't see the whole
Sorry,
thing.
bottom
Got it.
center of that town, yep. So what's going to go on here is I'm going to go ahead and roll initiative for everybody.
Are you putting my pseudo army on the board
No,
too?
your pseudo army actually saw something else to your right, and they went to take care of that.
They disobeyed an order.
No, they charged. They just didn't charge what you
I
charged.
told them to the kobold.
There are other kobolds over there.
Okay, all right.
There's
all right.
kobold. As a matter of
All right.
fact, there seems to be kobolds all over this town. So it is more than just a dragon attack, as evident by the fact that there are 7 kobolds here that are, attacking this family. So, with that being said, something is going on.
I'd like to approach from behind the building where I can possibly get a shot where I wouldn't be seen from around the corner. Just to let me
Okay.
know.
Like I said, I've got you guys on the map. We've got initiative order,
That's fine.
and
Yep.
we're gonna go from here.
I don't
Was that
see-
cackle? Was that cackle coming from the front of me or from behind me from Cade?
You can ask Cade about that. Okay, so Cade Culver is up first.
As he's moving, Cade's pulling his short bow out, notching an arrow.
What's the range on the bow?
I believe it's 60 for short.
Oh, you're at 85 to the closest one, I believe.
Is it that far?
60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, yeah. So you're going to have to roll with disadvantage.
I don't know what actually the range
Well, it
is,
should
so
tell
I
you.
should
We can look right on your
double-check
character. Hold on. I believe...
If you drag from your character without moving to someone else, you'll see the distance.
It's 80 feet.
80 feet.
So I would have moved.
Yes, and yeah, that's not a problem. Just go ahead and take it from here. We can do that. Either way, it doesn't matter.
Well, I hit him already.
You're fine. Go ahead and get your damage in.
Was he aware of me?
I will say no. They're concentrating on the family that they're trying to pursue.
The Swift family. Let's be swift to save the Swift family.
And I'm sorry for the first game, but sneak attack, is there a minimum range or is it just strictly advantage?
I think it's just strictly advantage. There's no range that I'm aware of.
Yep.
And I'm going to roll a second attack just to see if I got
Sure.
the critical. Did not. So with sneak attack and the arrow. Boom!
Okay, so you let an arrow fly.
Hits him right in the face and drops him.
Pretty much takes him right off the get-go. Is that the end of your turn? Okay. Zephyr, you're up. That's a double move.
Taking a dash
Yep.
action. Sorry, I should say.
And that ends your turn. So I assume you kind of use the building for cover mostly and try to get up there without letting yourself be particularly advertising that you're going?
Yeah, I did want to set myself up for any, if there's any snipers out there, I wanted to use the building for as much cover as possible, but I will be visible around the corner of the building. They'll see me come around.
So the Kobold, this Kobold moves to cut off the family's escape, so to speak. She goes ahead and targets the woman and rolls an attack.
Come on.
And hits. Roll some damage. Well, so immediately the woman gets a slash across her midriff, which pretty much takes her out, and she goes down.
Medic! Medic!
She goes down.
Medic to the front!
So
Yeah, I don't know how to do this.
the child, whose turn it is next, basically starts screaming, "Mommy, mommy, mommy!" And tries to get behind. I don't know. He kind of slips to the side of his father here. There's no real good place for him to go to get away from all of them, but that's what he's attempting. Cuth, seeing that his wife just went down, steps up to try to prevent more kobolds from rushing onto his wife and children, and he takes an attack. He had a lot of anger there. He's got a club, so he smashes down on top of the kobold's head with his club. Does some damage, and the kobold does look pretty wounded, but not enough to take him down. Alamir.
Yeah, I'm gonna just dash. Move me 70 feet. I can't get my map to square up.
Move you 70 feet.
Yeah, or 60 feet. Excuse me. In a straight line's fine. Okay. This is bizarre.
Okay. So really quick, Alamir, can you get the arrow in the top right of the map? Can you see the arrow that points up and right?
Yep.
Click that and it'll lock it to your background.
Okay, that's one. But now I can't. I can't.
So
see
scroll down.
I can't. That's the problem.
Okay. So then in the bottom right hand corner, you should have like a four-way arrow looking gold thing.
Yes, but it's cut off. That's the problem.
It's cut off?
Yeah, because it's not.
Then you're not locked to your map is not locked to your background then, or your Fantasy Grounds window isn't.
Exactly.
Okay. All right. So I'll let you mess with that for a little bit. You double moved. Is that the end of your turn?
Yes.
All right. Redford.
I'm going to be charging up. Hoping that maybe they might not be aware of me at this point. Then we'll see.
They haven't. They are starting to look in this direction just because an arrow flew over there and took one of them out. But I wouldn't say that they have a complete situation, a complete handle on the situation of what's going on over here.
All right, then I'm going to run up there 30 feet, my maximum move, and then I'm going to target. We're going to go that kobold. Number 3. Actually, let's go with number 5. Finish. And so, kobold number 5 is going to be targeted. And so, in order to do this, we said that I'm going to go ahead and take that called shot. And so, we set this up as.
So you click the effect that basically.
Right, sharpshooter effect.
Yep. You'll put that on you, right? So you'll double click it or single click it, I think, and it goes on you. Hold on.
Hold on.
Actually, I think you might have to drag it on your. Or I'm sorry. You might have to either target yourself with it.
Oh, I see.
Yep.
All right, so let's do that. So on target. This. Okay. Target myself.
Yep. So you're targeted. Yep. See if you can put the effect on you.
So that's the sharpshooter. So hit that.
Let me just take a look here. So, combat group. Get off a group and put it on actions.
Oh, I see. Got it.
Okay.
Yep.
And now there's 2 sharpshooter effects. There's one that is the attack.
Yep. Right.
So get that attack on you. There you go. Now it's on you.
on there. Okay.
Now make sure you untarget you and target him.
Correct. And then also I need to turn on advantage after that, right? Because he's unaware of me, correct?
Yes.
All right. So that's going to be targeting. Got it. And now go ahead and use longbow attack with advantage. Oops.
So it's a hit. So go ahead and put the
Right.
effect for the extra damage.
Whoops. Yep. I have to retarget myself, correct?
No, it works. It's on you.
Oh, it just works as is. Okay, cool. All right. Good.
Lev, what's the advantage for? Is that because they don't know we're here?
There was advantage when they didn't know you were there.
Okay, I missed that part.
But I will say after, a couple of kobolds die, that's pretty much up. Instant death. So you go ahead and let fly with your arrow and basically skewer him between the ears, and he thumps back with authority.
my turn.
Okay, Mille Lacs has already got a move plotted here.
Hold on. Wait.
Too late to
Sorry.
wait. I already clicked the button.
I need to back him up 20 feet. Because I think I'm in range. That's what I was trying to figure out.
Okay.
Like it's 50 feet to Kobold 3. Is there an official ruling on that? Or just my measurement is fine.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. I think it's 55, but I'll count it again.
It's fine. As long as it's 60 is my max range.
Yeah, 55 to Cobalt 3.
Alright. So as I was running to where I am now, which is 30 feet, with my move action, I was pulling out. And you tell me if I don't know what I had out in my hands, but I want to have 2 hand axes out to throw them at number 3. And it's long range, so normally would be disadvantaged, but that would probably offset it to just regular attack.
I'll go ahead and allow it. Go ahead.
You tell me if I'm able to get 2 out or just 1.
No, you can have 2.
Okay, so I'm throwing both, one in my primary, one in my secondary.
Okay.
The first primary on Kobold number 3.
So you can actually attack with both of those?
Because it's just like 2-handed weapon because they are as long as they are
Light or thrown?
yes.
Yep. Okay.
Falls under the same two-weapon fighting rules. So the first attack, 30.
It's a hit.
Hit with damage. Axe goes right into his skull. Takes him down.
He is dying now.
Wow, nice shot.
Now the other ones are at a little bit further range.
Yeah, I probably can't. I can only go 60, so it looks like I'm out. Plus, I have a house in the way, I think.
Yeah, you can't see anything other than the Kobold 7.
That's fine. I will instead use the. I'll just. That's fine. I'll end my turn.
Okay. So the other child, seeing that things are lessening up over here, is definitely trying to put room between him and the Kobolds, trying to get behind his father. Brings us to Kobold number 7. Kobold number 7 steps up, and he targets Cuth Swift. And you notice that he is attacking using a dagger, and he's getting advantage. He takes a really good swipe here, pretty much putting a pretty deep gash into his leg, and does a good amount of damage to him. Then Cuth screams out, in pain quite a bit, and he is really. You can see the look. As he looks around, you catch the look on his face like he is in some real trouble here.
Everyone, I've seen this maneuver before in combat. They have some kind of pack attack or group attack mode, so be careful.
So Cobalt 10 basically jumps on Cuth also with the same type of advantage.
Ouch.
And now Cuth goes down.
Damn.
All right, who wants to adopt some kids?
Lenan is she is unconscious. And that brings us to Kobold 6. Kobold 6, noticing that some of his colleagues have dropped from ranged weapons from around the corner. Actually comes around and encounters Zephyr. Targets Zephyr and attacks.
Did he pass through a child?
He passed around a child.
Okay.
He stepped over, Cuff stepped over Linan and around a child. The children do not get attacks of opportunity. They are non-combatants. Zephyr's been hit. For 4 points of damage.
Ow.
And this is the end of the Kobold's turn. So the Kobold basically comes around, looking for whoever's on the side here, taking people out, encounters Zephyr, and basically just kind of runs in and starts thrusting his dagger at your midsection.
It's a brave kobold.
He's got no idea what he's in for.
So this Kobold over here comes up, also targets Zephyr. He's going to use his sling.
Kobolds are small, right?
They are relatively small.
Okay.
And he misses. Brings us to one of these children. And this child's like, oh man, there's no idea where to go. Starts heading off the wrong way there. He's just trying to get away from it all. Brings us back to Cade. Cade's already got a move plotted. Cade rushes straight up the middle. You're muted.
As he was running towards, he misjudged when to do a shot, and in the jolt of his step, his arrow went flying to the left of the Kobold.
Flying to the left of the Kobold. Oh my. Zephyr.
All right. Laying back into the guy adjacent to me with a vengeance. Regular spear attack.
Cade, steady yourself. Do not worry. I saw a tremble in your arm.
Okay, there's a good hit. Kills him.
Excellent. Having dropped him, I will then move directly forward toward Kobold number 18. And using the secondary unarmed strike. Oh, yes. I told you things are not going to go well for you, son.
So describe to me this this perfect action that you've managed to put together.
When the first Kobold went running straight at me, he actually got a knife into me and continued to move forward toward me. I leaned backward, set my spear, and he impaled himself on it. Thrusting myself forward with my spear against the ground, I lunged forward 10 feet, jammed it straight between the eyes of the second Kobold.
Oh my, nice. Well, that changed things in a hurry. You can see this child here is torn. He doesn't want to leave his parents that are on the ground, but he also is very afraid of the Kobolds. So this child actually just kind of gets over here, not necessarily that much further away from his parents, but a little further away from the Kobold. And you can see they're looking at you like, help us, please, help us, oh my God. Okay. Cuff, unconscious. Alamir.
Hey, right. I can actually see where I am now.
Okay. Charging straight up.
Yes.
Okay.
Draw my weapon in the charge as well.
Yep.
And I am going to all right. Clunky.
You're gonna do what?
No, I got it.
You're going to attack with a dagger. Okay.
Yep. I don't know why that looks like a sword to me, but whatever.
No, it says dagger.
Yeah, it does say dagger.
Okay. 4 points of damage. Does some good damage, but not enough to
That's
take
all
him
right.
out.
That's all right. Aha, that's why. It's up here. Okay.
Are you done? Is there anything else? Done. Redford.
Charge up and take a little cover behind this elf that's run ahead of me.
Mm-hmm.
And from here, I'm gonna try and take a shot at that wounded kobold. Let me see what the looks like here. Looks like I just get past that corner.
Yeah, you're talking about that kobold number 10 on the left there?
Correct? Yep.
Yeah, go ahead. I'll give it to you.
I drew a line. It looks like it just goes past. If you can see the line I'm drawing.
I can't, but that's
okay.
fine. I got my own line.
Whoops. Yeah, ignore that. I just screwed it up a little bit. There we go. Okay. And we're gonna go ahead and target number 10. Actually, yes. All right. Oh. It's a miss.
That is a miss.
All right. I am good. I'll end my turn there.
So, you rolled the wrong attack.
Did I?
You rolled the scimitar attack. You should have been plus
Oh.
7. You still would have... A 9... I'm sorry.
Still would have.
I think a 9
Yep,
would
still
have
would've
missed. I'm going to check for you, though. Hold on one second. Let me check the armor class. Yeah, you still would have missed.
All right. Thanks.
No problem.
All right.
Captain, you're up.
Lev, what is the rule for throwing or firing ranged into combat through one of my people, or how does that work?
It's cover, I think, at least. I think it's what usually
Depending
happens.
on what's going on and what feats you have and things like that,
I have no feats for.
I
for
understand. I'm
ignoring
just
that.
saying, like, for example, Redford has a feat that ignores cover.
Yeah.
Um,
For example, Alamir,
mhm.
if I were to throw through him to get to Kobold 10,
Kobold 10,
it
well,
It
you
would
got a
be-
house in the way. You'd
it
have
would
to
be-
move first, but if you did move so that you could see it.
well, it wouldn't be complete. Like, for example, if I went there, I have line of sight to Kobold 10, but partially going through Alamir's space.
Yes, mostly going through Alamir's space, I would say. I would give him a +2 to his AC, or
This is
minus
what-
2 to
this
your
is
attack.
This is what the line of sight, that second movement, that's what the line of sight would look like.
Mm-hmm.
So I just nick his bottom corner.
Whoops.
Oh, yeah, that.
Yeah, there's no second movement when you do that, by the way. Sugar. 1 second.
No, that second movement was just my line of sight.
Yeah, the problem is that becomes your movement when you do that.
Yeah, I didn't want you to execute
Yeah,
it,
yeah.
that's why. I was trying to get guidance from you on whether, because that,
I would say between the corner of the building and Alamar, it's just a -2 to your attack. So you can just click the -2 button down in the mod, next to the advantage disadvantage. Just click the -2, and you can make your attack that way.
okay. On the way the way moving there, I pulled out another hand axe, so I have 2 in my hands.
Okay.
I will attack him with my first one at -2. It is. That's 10.
It's a hit.
Good shot.
Threading the needle with your hand axe there.
Woo.
Boom.
Great axe would have been a fit through there.
In between, it takes a shingle off of the side of the building, and a little bit of fur off of Alamir's neck.
Nice. Nice. Are you finished with your turn?
So going through multiple people, is it the same -2, or what would it be for that? Don't do the move, but there's my line of sight there for the other creature.
Well, so you got a child, you got 2 people laying on the ground, and you got Alamar. It's the same -2.
Yep. All right. So -2 with my second hand axe. Actually, might be a disadvantage. Let's see that first.
It's 35 feet.
Yeah, I think that's a disadvantage as well. Is it stacked disadvantage and -2?
It does. Nope, it does stack.
Okay.
I believe it stacks. I'm going to say it stacks for now. We can look it up later.
Okay. All right. Yeah, short range is 20 feet. Okay.
Yep, so your disadvantage and -2.
Disadvantage -2. Second axe. Let's see how good my accuracy can be here. Kobold 7.
Miss.
Oh.
That's my turn.
So this child basically bolts back here and tries to create some distance. Kobold number 7. Kobold number 7 says, "This does not look so good." This child's coming back. Mommy, daddy, mommy, daddy. We're back at the top of the round for Cade. Okay, so a double move or a dash action from you, and that's the end of your turn. Zephyr.
Can we, the people that are on the ground, the two swifts, do they cost additional movement to move through that space?
No.
Let's see here. Double move.
Woo.
Okay, you're very fleet of foot.
I can do nothing else at that point, but maybe it'll offer me an opportunity attack.
Yep. This child moves over, grabs her mother's arm, and starts pulling it. Mommy, mommy, mommy.
Daddy's on fire. Shut up, get the marshmallows.
Ouch.
Alamir.
I will. Come on.
What are you doing?
Casting spare the dying on the mother.
On the mother.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, it doesn't. There it is. Doesn't that show up on my character now though? I don't know why.
Hold on. You touch a living creature that has 0 hit points, the creature becomes stable, the spell has no effect on undead or constructs. There's nothing you can do with that except click the little star next to it so that it goes into the chat. You cast Spare the Dying on her, and she gets to 0 hit points, which means she loses her unconscious effect, right? Oops, don't do that. Almost screwed that up, 1 second. So she is no longer unconscious, but she is not really doing much. Anything else from you?
Nope.
Okay. Redford.
It's just,
Moving on up.
Zephyr, you're right. Sounds exactly like him.
I don't know what it is.
Yuck, yuck.
Uh-oh, uh-oh.
Is that it?
There we go. That's it.
We are.
There's some old school stuff for you right there. All right. Anything else from you?
Now I can just see what's going on there, but that's the end of my turn.
Mm-hmm. Captain Milax.
All right, so Linen is now upright, or is she still laying down?
She is laying down, but she is conscious.
All right, so I don't know if I can. I'm going to try to go there, and the father Cuff is still on the ground next,
Yes.
which would be west of that spot. I will go there, and then I will use my medicinal combat medic skills and try to stabilize his wounds.
So your combat medic skills.
Hang on, you'll see in a minute.
Medicine. So go ahead and give me a medicine check.
Yeah.
So a 13, and I will say a 13 is enough to keep him from bleeding out, and I will go ahead and remove the unconscious effect from him.
And then while I'm there with him, the axe that I missed, which would be like right in front of him, is it within my hand that I can grab it as a free action off the ground?
Yes.
All right. Thank you. I will end my turn.
Okay. This child runs up to his mother and father, you know, obviously crying, sobbing, and you notice that the children aren't much for thanking you for your help, but they are definitely, you know, now that the kobolds are gone, they're clinging to mom and dad and you know, trying to figure out what's going on and what to do. The kobold. Well, the kobold realizes that he's kind of trapped here. Go ahead and oops. He's going to go ahead and target Zephyr and make an attack. Missing badly. Having missed you, he is going to give you an attack of opportunity moving away. Uh-oh.
Oops.
Ooh.
Oops.
Yeah, so he is, you basically cave the side of his head in, and that,
He just ran through that stream,
as I
huh?
said, yeah, he ran through the stream. Or he attempted, no, he did not run through the stream. He wanted to run through the stream, never got the chance.
No, he turned his back and died looking at the stream,
Yeah.
gazing longingly at the stream,
Pretty much.
Ah.
Pretty much.
watching the stream of blood that pumped out of his chest.
So at this point, we are going to end combat. At this point here. So, obviously the mother and father are conscious and they stand up, although standing is about the most they can do at this point, given their injuries. And, you can see that the several buildings in the town are on fire. This map doesn't necessarily depict it correctly, but there are several buildings on fire. There are definitely more kobolds running around, although none are in your immediate area and seem to have noticed you at this moment. And, Linan says, we have to get to the keep. Can you help us get there? We won't make it without your help. And I think if we can get inside the keep, we'll be okay.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Let's
Sure.
get him to the keep.
Sure.
Okay.
Come with me if you want to live.
Lev, I'm going to pick up my 2 other hand axes that are in the skulls of those kobolds.
Yep.
And I'm watching for the dragon, and I'm basically trying to defend whatever I can, and will prepare to engage it if it comes close.
Okay.
In fact, how far away is it again?
Well, the dragon is actually making basically attack runs. So it will come in and breathe at an area of the village, and it will then fly out for a while and kind of take its time, come back and swoop in with another breath attack. It's never really getting that close to the ground. So
With my longbow, it's got a lot of range.
yeah,
Would it get to within long range of a longbow?
I'm sure at some point it will, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Might take the opportunity maybe to hide in the woods and watch for it to come on a strafing run, and then hopefully from a hidden spot take shots at it. If
Hey, I can help you there, Redford. Melax takes out his charging horn and attempts to blow it to get the attention of the dragon.
Why?
Okay.
I'm gonna move into those trees then.
Wait, hold on. So you start to blow the horn, and Linan is like, "What are you doing? Stop! Stop!" She's begging you, please. And
Get to the keep! Get to the keep! I will cover you!
she goes, "I can't make it to the keep on our own. We're dragging 3 children. We can barely walk."
My comrades will help you. I will go out here and draw his fire away.
Okay, so at this point, both Cuff and Linan are, really hurting and can barely move without assistance. The 3 children are not much assistance to them to be getting them anywhere.
All right.
And,
I'm gonna pick up 2 of the kids
okay,
to carry them. That'll be easier. I'll just carry 2 of the kids.
you could do that. Just so that you know, to carry the kids.
How big are they? Yeah.
Well, they're not all that big, but at the same time, so carrying the kids. There's a thing in here for it. 1 second.
Okay.
The children can be carried, but a character carrying a child has disadvantage on attack rolls and cannot wield a two-handed weapon.
Gotcha.
All right. So, what is, really quickly, these aren't turns, these are me understanding what people want to do. Really quickly, oops, so that was not what I wanted. 1 second. Where was that? I think it was somewhere in there. Darn it. So Zephyr, what are your intentions here?
My intentions are going to be to help, to go back to the party, help escort the two wounded and the child in the direction of the keep. Just going to keep an eye out for anybody else that might threaten us on the way.
Okay, Alamar.
I'll just work as an escort.
Yep, Alamar, what's your intentions?
To help them to the keep, I will fireman's carry the woman.
And Redford, your intentions?
I'll help carry the kids. I can take 2 kids for now and see how that goes.
Okay. And Melax?
My intention is, as I mentioned, to get away from the group and the try to draw the dragon away from not only the group but whatever it may be doing, to try to at least keep it busy with anything other than burning down the city.
Okay.
By trying to draw it to me.
Okay. No worries. So.
Not yet.
So for the group that is going to try to help the Swifts and their children, what is the path that you're trying to use to get to the keep?
The quickest one possible.
So
When
just
we
down the
were
main
at-
road, or
Well, I don't know how well we know Greenest.
Yeah, I don't know it at all. Never been there.
I've
We can
passed
see the
through
keep
it.
though, right?
you kind of know where it is based on the outline of stuff. It's not that far away, but you do, looking around, there are bands of kobolds all over the place. The dragon is attacking. Things are happening. So, in your estimation, if you try to just walk down the road and take the paths to the keep, you might have issue.
You want to let's use some of the woods for cover as we move toward the ford in the river, and
Right.
head straight north.
So a little bit to the east of that road that's going north, kind of cut through the woods there.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds good.
So your plan is to cut through that little copse of trees there that is behind the house, kind of mirroring the path, but being over in the tree line somewhat.
To try to stay as unseen as possible.
Right. Okay. So that's your plan. And Malax, your plan is to blow the horn and attempt to get the dragon to come to you.
Yeah, the only difference is the group now is heading the same direction I was heading. So,
Well,
So,
you can change your mind. Nobody has moved yet.
yeah. So at this point, I will escort, and if now hearing that you're saying there's still kobolds all over the place,
Mhm.
and it's more than just a dragon, my immediate attention will be to help guard against the kobolds, and I will provide an escort of the group towards the keep with 2 axes in hand. I'll try to be a point person to try to lead, but immediately engage any kobolds and/or dragon that seems to come in our direction.
Okay. So
I thought the keep was the building right in front of us, that little thing there.
no,
So
no. So are you still blowing the horn or no?
no. At this point, knowing that there's armies of still kobolds floating around, I'm going to need to be focused with hand axes in hand.
Exactly. Okay. All right. So without further ado, so to speak, if the plan, and I believe Zephyr said he was going to rejoin the party, right? Is that correct, Zephyr?
Yes.
Yep. So with that being said, I'm just going to kind of put you guys all in a group here, kind of a thing. We're not necessarily going to do a forced movement across this map to get to the keep. One moment.
Just if you could put me in front, so that in case anything is being engaged, they can move the group away, so I can try to draw cover.
So, yeah, we're not, like I said, we're not going to march across the map here. We're going to handle things more theater of the mind, so to speak, until we need combat. So you guys go ahead and gather up the family as best you can, and Alamir is fireman's carrying the guy's wife, and he is limping along, and Redford has a child under each arm, the two smallest ones, I guess. And then, you guys are all kind of moving over to that copse of woods. When you get to the far side of the copse of woods, before the stream, there is actually another group right at the other side of that stream, the ford of the stream. It is, one second here. Come on. Okay, well, I guess we'll do it like this.
Bye-bye Alex Cora, by the way, guys.
Yeah, and so? So bear with me while I set this up. So I am going to say that you guys see them before they see you. So you're going to have an opportunity here to make a decision. But let me get it kind of worked out here. And I'll say, Cade, at some point, the party is moving up through these tree line here. I'm not sure where you kind of want it to be. If you want to go ahead and move yourself where you thought you were going to be, I'm fine with that. So here's the situation. Oh, it looks like things have changed. Okay. You guys see across the ford there, you've got 3 kobolds and a humanoid, right? Redford, is there a line there for a reason, something going on there?
I was trying to get rid of that movement line. It had been sitting from where we were previously, and it kind of went with us, and I tried to remove to get rid of it, but it just...
How's
there
that?
we go. Perfect, thank
There
you.
we go. I'm just trying to figure out if you're trying to do something or
Nope.
what's going on.
Yep.
Okay, no worries. So at this point, the initiative order here is not valid. I would have to reroll initiative if any attacks are going to happen. But at this point, you get here and you realize there's a group of enemies on the other side.
So The enemies that are on the other side, one looks larger. Is that actual to scale or just the way it
Human.
appears?
Human.
No, that one actually
Doesn't say human on it.
should be like that.
Okay. The human's in the middle. Okay. All right.
He just ate his Wheaties this morning.
Right.
And this road, it does not cross this brook?
The brook is not very deep. And it's actually shallower here where the road is, so it's only like a foot.
So I'm guessing the road goes down into
It dips down into the
brook.
water a little bit.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a shallow ford.
Yeah, very shallow.
My intention is to charge, if that's asked.
Well, you guys can totally do whatever you would like, and I don't have a problem with that. I gave you the portion of you saw them before they saw you.
Yep.
So you guys can handle this however you like. If your thing is to charge, that's great.
Let's have the wounded and the children set right here, back where I am, and hiding in this spot.
Well, you've got bow shots coming out from Cade, so.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll be taking some bow shots eventually too.
That's it, right?
But
so here we
whenever-
go.
whenever
I'll give
there's
you guys
time.
a surprise round. Go ahead and roll damage, Cade.
It is the shallow water movement
No,
impacting.
it's kind of normal.
Is it difficult terrain?
It's not difficult terrain.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to give this kind of like a surprise round. So I'm going to let you guys all get a round in, and then we'll roll initiative. Right? So, and we'll just do it in the current, or I guess we'll do it in the current order that we have. So Zephyr?
Wow.
Now, it's not difficult terrain at the ford, or it's not difficult terrain anywhere.
It's not difficult terrain at the ford in a pretty good. The ford is kind of wide, but if you tried to go directly north of you, you're kind of at the edge. You'd have to, you could do that, no problem. Yep.
That's my move.
Okay.
I will attack once I get to the spot that you move me.
The surprise round
one action.
is that a full round or is it a
It's
single
a
action?
single action.
Oh.
All right,
okay.
then I will end my turn.
I will change that action then. Or will I?
Actually, we're going to kind of do this in order, like I said. So, Alamar.
Okay.
I'm done.
You're moving?
Yep, I'm done.
Okay. Redford.
Drawing
We
weapon.
got a lot more melee people than we thought. Thought everyone was going to be hanging back. Maybe I should go get a bow.
So I'm shooting, taking a shot at that cultist,
Okay.
and
With
I
advantage.
believe he's unaware of
Yeah,
me.
with advantage.
Right? So I'm going to do advantage, and I'm going to go ahead and put that effect on.
So you're targeting him with you've got a called shot going on? Or no,
No.
you're just doing advantage.
Nope,
Okay.
nope, just
Advantage
doing
is not
advantage,
really
yep.
considered an effect. That's where I was confused. Gotcha.
Yep, gotcha. All good? All right, this time I'll not shoot a scimitar at him.
Okay, that would be good.
Bam.
That's a hit. Arrows flying and cultists
Bam.
dying.
Yeah.
Crap.
Okay.
There we go. Message for you, sir.
Okay.
And that's into my one action.
That's it. Captain Milax.
All right. I will take one of my. So one action means
Movement.
One action. Either move or attack.
or attack action. Okay, so attack action would be 2 throws then, because that's considered an attack with fighting. So I will throw my first hand axe
at number
Just,
15?
No, just for the record, it's not, because you need
No?
to use a bonus action to do the second attack.
Oh,
Oh,
good
you only
point.
get
Thank
one,
you.
yep.
That's right. Thank you.
You're at a range of 30 too, also.
Yeah, but so the advantage from surprise will offset the disadvantage of range. So I will do one hand axe.
One
at
attack,
number
normal
15,
attack, yep.
one at number 15. Boom.
Nice attack.
Axe flies well through the air. And the damage on 15. Kaboom!
Instant death.
Right into the gully of his chest. Don't end my turn.
Yeah, that really took care of business quite a bit. So the children are terrified, they're not moving. Linnea is terrified, she's not moving, that's it. And then we get initiatives. So let me roll initiatives. We go to the top of the order, and it's Kobold 2.
Quick on the draw there.
Yeah, not too bad, huh?
Cade, just to know on if you attack twice at certain levels, would a single attack still get you 2 then at that point because it's a single action?
Pretty sure.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so Almar, you've been attacked. He stabbed you with his little dagger. Again, thrusting at your legs because he's kind of short.
Mm-hmm.
Redford.
Alamir. All right.
I like more medicine than Zephyr.
I'm gonna take a shot at Kobold number 7 from right I am right here.
Okay, so you're... Yep.
Staying with the family and taking a shot here at Kobold number 7. And here we go. Hit. Crunch.
Oh, looks like a
Get it?
grievous injury.
Oh, Grievous. Alright. And I'll stay right where I am, though, to keep an eye on anything else that might be coming to the woods with these kids here.
Yep. Okay, Linnea, she's in no condition to fight. She's kind of gathering her children around her and hoping this ends quickly. Cade.
Redford, did you do 8 to it and it stands?
It stands. Must add its Wheaties.
I'm assuming they know where we're at.
Yes, the arrows have flown. They know exactly where you're at.
Lev, does that kobold look any different than the others that just dropped with ease?
No? So you're gonna have to be 1 less than that. You're gonna get 1 difficult terrain square in there. Yep. Children want nothing to do with that. Captain Milax.
Okay. Is this new initiative roll that you rolled, or were you just staying in the same?
Nope, this was a new initiative that I rolled after surprise round.
Oh, I'm that fast. Wow, okay.
What do you mean you're that fast? We're almost at the end of the list.
Okay. As I'm going through the brook, I will be pulling out a second hand axe. You can move me there, please. And I will swing both my hand axes. At number 2. Well, at least I'll try the first one. Hoping to take him down. Actually, probably can't go any further. No, almost good advantage. 2.
Hit. Kobold number 2
Instant
goes
death.
down.
Turn towards the one to the north of me and prepare for him to engage.
Okay.
Actually, I will try to taunt him to come close.
Okay. He starts running.
No kidding.
He says, "Run away! No, run away!"
Get away.
I think
Good
we've
thing
seen
we've-
this. We've seen this before.
Yeah, we've got our guy that's going to run him down.
Is that it? Nope. There.
That's the move.
Okay, Alamir.
Oh, Lev, you know what's kind of cool? When I throw my hand axe, it automatically puts a checkbox in the ammo box.
Yes.
I didn't realize that. That's cool.
Yeah, you have to undo them, or yeah.
Yes.
Pick up the woman again.
Okay.
It's a handy tool for a guy who doesn't like
Are
melee.
you done with your turn, Alamir?
Yes.
Okay. Brings us to Redford.
All right. It looks like
No, not quite. You're not gonna be able to see him from there.
oh, okay,
No.
whatever you
Well,
say.
the first house is in the way. Right? Put that line back.
Right, I think so.
Yeah.
So hold on a second. Let me just zoom in a little bit.
Is that where you want to be?
Nope, I'm not done yet. I'm still moving it.
Okay. So like when I mouse over you, I've got a direct line between you and the kobold. It says it's 100 feet,
Yep.
and it's
Yep.
cutting right through the building.
How about there?
Let me move you.
Sure.
And yeah, you could take a shot from there.
Take a shot from there. Let's go.
And Zephyr catches the arrow as it runs by.
That's next level. Or third level.
Let go.
Yeah, I'll stab him with it myself. Vulture might kill.
Targeting Kobold 7.
He is already targeted. You just untarget. Or I'm sorry. Nope, he's targeted. Yep.
Or was there a delay or something? It's weird. It looks like
Yeah.
yeah. Okay, good enough. And another shot at him here.
It's a hit.
Bam. Dying. Damn it.
Didn't six the kobold.
Alright. I'll finish my move.
Go ahead and finish your move.
Come on back up here and be ready to gather up the children. The children. All set.
Okay. So, the building that is directly to your east-northeast, the little funky shaped building with the circle tower on it, that is the keep. You can tell that the dragon has hit it several times. It has also hit other places throughout the town, but it looks like you might be able to make it there without encountering any more. You know, if you make a direct approach from where the Swifts are now, straight to the front gate. Yeah, kind of where Cade is pointing out to move.
Does it appear that the keep is in any way still defensible, or has it been damaged to the point where it's not going to provide us with any benefits?
There are soldiers on the wall. It looks like it is defensible somewhat. They're definitely holding it and keeping out the raiders, so to speak, or the kobolds. You know, the dragon in an unopposed attack over time will definitely reduce it to rubble, but for the moment, it stands. It doesn't seem to be the only target for the dragon. The dragon has hit it as well as a number of other buildings. So it doesn't seem to be just getting the full brunt of the dragon all by itself.
Lev, based upon how we've seen the kobolds approach and attack in different waves and running around, do they seem to be working in concert with the dragon or just taking advantage of this as an opportunity to raid the city?
Since you've asked the question, from what you've seen of the dragon attacks, you haven't seen any kobolds get fried.
Okay.
So you might suspect. Why don't you give me a perception check? You know what? Scratch that. Give me an investigation check.
Oh, that was worse. In the tower?
In the tower.
Perception would have been nicer, but that's okay.
You have absolutely no idea.
What you do?
Bear with me a second here. You have absolutely no idea, and you've studied it a little bit, and you just can't figure it out. You can't tell.
Do you, if it's possible, I would like to rely on my studied history knowledge to know if I've ever heard of kobolds working in concert with dragons.
You want to study what history now?
I want to rely on my history that I've learned from all my battle training to know if I've ever read or heard about kobolds teaming up with dragons in battle.
Malix, you just realized that Culvert Cade has approached you, and he says they're working for this guy. The cultists are giving them direction, and they're working with the dragons.
The guy that's dead in front of me?
The one I'm searching right now, yes.
How do you know that?
That's why I'm here.
Well, that kind of makes me even more concerned of why you're here, if you know all that.
If you take time to listen instead of just your bravado.
Hey, we had time to act. Battle is calling me.
So you've wrapped up the battle, or this little portion of the battle.
Picking up my axe.
You guys are gathering your stuff. Everything seems like a straight run or a straight process to get to the keep without interference, right? Is the plan to take everybody to the keep?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. One moment.
Kay, did you know this cultist was going to be here?
I knew Greenest was a potential target of this group, and that's why I was coming here to help protect it.
So I am going to take this opportunity to step away for a moment and use the facilities, because I just can't wait anymore. So feel free to talk amongst yourselves, and I will be right back.
Melix has also taken a leak in the river.
Contaminating the drinking water. Good job, man.
Dragon cult scum. Cade, do you have any idea why the cultists are attacking the town here with the help of a dragon?
I've been working on it for the last year, still putting the pieces together.
I ran into some dragon cultists in my hometown 100 miles or so north of here, and they seem to have a presence in that city as well, but I haven't seen any kind of attacks.
Yeah, there was about a year and a half ago, about 300 miles northeast of here, there was another attack similar to this, minus the dragon.
Trying to see what kind of dragon that is up there. I've got some knowledge of dragons. I have a family history specializing in dragon hunting, and I'm hoping to get a better look at this thing to see what kind of dragon it might be. It might give us some idea as to what the alliance might be.
I'm assuming your family died young.
Well, most of my family have died young, but my grandfather lived to a ripe old age, and he Tiberius Storm Bow, and he fought many dragons and killed many dragons over his long lifetime. But there's a lot fewer in this area now.
We'll have to talk about it someday.
I didn't even know they still existed.
Is there any possibility? We can tell what kind of dragon that is, based upon our possible knowledge of dragons?
Yes. So it is an adult blue dragon with lightning breath.
Okay, not screwing around.
I think we had to get out of the cover and get into the keep.
Yeah, don't climb up on any stone walls.
Right. So I just want to make sure. I don't think that Thulis is back yet. Possibly not Milax, or I should say.
I'm here.
Milax is here, or is that Thulis?
Thulis.
Gotcha. Okay. Milax, you here? Okay, we're waiting for him.
He looks muted.
Yeah, I think he had to step away the same way I did.
So we get this family to the keep. Maybe see if we can find some defensible spot on the walls. Maybe that dragonfly is close enough for us to get some shots at it. To try. I mean, I don't know how. The dragon's a pretty big target. I don't know how we're going to be able to take out a dragon with just a few missile weapons.
I think as long as that keep stands, the cultists won't get whatever they're here for. But I don't think I have the ability to hurt that dragon.
Probably from the walls of the keep, we might get some idea as to what the targets have been. Maybe there's some logic to what's going on here. I see some of the buildings are on fire, but from here it's kind of hard to tell. Maybe from the walls of the keep we'll see more. Looks like it's up on a bit of a hill there.
Malox,
Yeah.
you're probably the best one to get us in the gate. Can you take the lead?
Malox. I love it.
Okay. So I've got everybody back. In the interest of the game, we are gonna say that you guys easily, I won't say easily, but you guys get the family across the small ford, cut across, and are making your way to the gate. You get within 40 feet of the main gate to the place, and you can see that the guards on top of the walls are yelling to let the gate up, let the gate up. We've got refugees coming in.
Refugee.
Survivors, townsfolk. So when you get inside, you notice that the local militia, which is kind of holding the keep at the moment, has quite a number of the townsfolk have come here for shelter. They are kind of in the tower. There is a basement area down below. I shouldn't call it a basement, but there's an underground area down below. The tower goes up several levels. The walls are several stories high. So anybody who could made it in here for the attack. And you can see up on the wall a guy giving orders, right? He's clearly in charge.
What's his rank?
Well, he's not wearing any insignia, but some of you will recognize him as Governor Nighthill.
Nighthill.
Right. So
I will go to him to offer my assistance in organizing the defense.
okay. I am going to go ahead and remove all the tokens off of this map, so hold on a second.
Does it sound like there's still fighting going on around town?
Yes.
Do you want to go out and get us a cultist?
Well, I can only do so much at a time, so bear with me here for a minute. So you guys get in. First thing Malak says he wanted to go see Governor Nighthill. So I'm going to deal with that first. So, and is the group of you going to see him, or is it just Malak, or how's this working?
I would go too. I mean,
Okay.
I'm going to stay on the courtyard.
You're going to stay in the courtyard? Okay.
I like your idea.
All right. So
Red.
I'll assume half of you, 2 of you stay and 3 of you go, or however you guys want to do it. Whoever wanted to be there can be there. Whoever didn't doesn't have to be.
My intention was to actually go and look through the refugees and see if I could find Leosin. I don't know if he's going to be present in there.
Okay. All right. So first things first, the group that goes to see Governor Nighthill, you go up on the wall and you can see that he's actually been wounded. So he's got a big bandage around his head with a little bit of blood that's coming out, and his arm is in a sling. And he's barking orders and trying to get his guys to do what he needs them to do. It doesn't look all that terrible, but you could tell that he is trying to be the man in charge and take care of what needs to be done so that the damage is kept to a minimum, right? So when you start walking up the steps to get to the top of the wall, Malax and company, he turns and sees you guys. Basically says, well, you're definitely not town member, but we can use all the help we can get. You look like you can take care of yourselves. Are you guys capable?
I am
I'd
of
say
the
we're
king's.
capable.
I'm of the king's army. I can assist in coordinating the efforts of defending of the keep and whatever we can to hold off the combatants. Please get yourself tended to care. We need you upright. I will assume temporary direction of the guard if you wish me to.
Actually, I think
I will make sure he sees my appropriate rank in military badges.
okay.
Identifies me in terms of my position in the
Yeah.
the Sword Coast military.
You can tell he definitely takes note of the rank and insignia and such. And he says, well, Captain, I've got my own units here to kind of hold the keep, and they're familiar with it, but I do have some needs that need to be taken care of that I could use a group, especially somebody of your caliber in there, to hopefully take care of. So here's kind of a quick briefing of how I see the situation. The raiders have isolated us from the town with encircling groups of guards, but they haven't organized an attack. I don't think the raiders intend to attack the keep. They seem interested only in loot. The real danger is to the town and those people who didn't make it to the keep before it was cut off. What I want you to do is there's an old tunnel that leads out to the edge of the river to the southeast. So a group such as yourselves could go through the tunnel, open the gate, come back and let me know when that's secure so that you've done it and it hasn't been used in forever. And we can, then we can send out parties to get townspeople back through that hidden tunnel.
Okay.
Can I count on you to do that?
Go
You have my arms and axe to your aid, although I think I'm better equipped to help from a military battle above ground, but if you think that's the best way to help defend the area, I will assist. But I'm not one that is strong at scurrying underground in the shadows.
And you have my bow.
You might know somebody.
Okay. So at this point, he turns to a red-headed dwarf with a braided beard. You can see him. He's like halfway across the keep, up on the other side of the wall, and he yells, "Escobar! Escobar! Damn dwarf, where is he?" And Escobar starts wilding over. He's like, "Escobar, give him the keys to the gate in the tunnel." Escobar's like, "Oh, how am I supposed to know which one of these keys?" Pulls out a key ring. There's like 30 keys on it. He goes, "I don't know which key it is. It's one of these keys. Come on." And Nightshill's like, "Do I really got to do everything myself? Can you just give him the key?" Escobar hands you the whole ring. He says, "If you go into the tower on the ground floor, actually you go down a floor, there's a door with a bunch of crates and barrels stacked in front of it. Move those. The door's locked. The key is on this ring." He says, "Make your way down the tunnel. On the other end is an old gate that's disguised to look like a grate. So it doesn't look like it's supposed to open, but there's another key on this ring that fits those." He says, "It's been a very long time. Nobody's ever used it in time of need. It was built for just in case." Okay. And he hands you the key ring. And he says, you can hear him muttering as he wanders off. "How am I supposed to hold the south wall if I got to run over here to bring keys?" And off he goes back to his side.
All right, let's go. Let's gather up our able-bodied comrades and
Okay.
take a trip through there and perhaps
So-
rescue some other townspeople.
Gentlemen, if I may, I know time is of the essence, but if we will be joining together, I think it might be worthwhile to know a little bit about each other and what each other's strengths and gaps are in combat.
Are we down in the courtyard now?
Yes, they would have come down off the wall for sure.
Well, I'm Cade Culver, a gray elf. I've spent the last 2 years in Waterdeep, learning, gathering data on the cultists so that I can find them and put them to stop them from proceeding with what they're doing. I'm good with skills, investigations, tinkering and figuring things out, and occasionally I can do a nice killing blow.
You there with the bow.
Yes, I am Redford Stormbow. Call me Red. And I have been a hunter and a tracker and a guide and a caravan guard for many years. I know this lands very well. And I'm pretty good with this bow. And I am not unfamiliar with this cult of the dragon. I was actually attacked you know, this bruise I have upon my head here. Recently attacked by some cultists. My family has a reputation amongst them as a sworn enemy, and I think they were just seeking me out as a target. I was lucky to survive, and I'm looking to get my vengeance. And right now, I'm anxious to save as many of these town people as we can, so let's move on.
Red, you may want to wear a helmet so you don't get that head of yours damaged anymore.
Nah. I'm going to cover up this awesome red hair I've got flowing and red beard. That's all I need. I'm good.
You over there lacking the hair and beard.
I'm not there.
Oh, yeah, I thought you were in a courtyard.
No, I was out looking in the
okay.
tower, going through the refugees, trying to find an old friend.
Thank you for
Okay,
reminding me. I
down.
forgot you were not there. I apologize. Way to be patient.
An old friend.
We'll see you later there, Zephyr.
So you go ahead and start looking for your old friend. And do you actually ask for him by name by anybody there or anything like that?
No, because I don't want anybody to necessarily know that I'm looking for him. I'm just looking around for that familiar face.
Gotcha. So you're kind of quietly going through the crowd and checking people over to see if they happen to be the person you're looking for. You don't find him.
Okay.
I'm
assuming that I've made what I feel to be a fair pass through the refugees, I will head back out into the courtyard.
Okay. I'll assume it didn't take you all that long to do that, and as you come out, they're probably halfway through their greeting / description.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Mille Lacs,
Hey,
take it
you,
away.
the guy who is pretty good with the hands there. Are you interested in joining us?
The guy with two hands.
Yeah.
Would I be the guy with the hands to which you are referring?
Yes.
You look like you could hold yourself together pretty well in battle. We could probably use a couple of those nice, very skilled hands of yours.
Certainly. Might not have to spend quite so much time in battle if the guy wearing the giant tin can would spend some time in melee himself.
I don't know what you are accusing there.
Well, it's not an
Sir?
accusation. It's just recognizing the fact that you're probably one of the most well-defended people in here in terms of armor, and you spend all your time throwing axes.
He's
How
just
about
slow.
joining me up in melee sometime?
He's
I
just
don't move as fast as you there. Skin man.
Zephyr. You can call me Zephyr.
Oh, there we go. Okay, good. I was trying to figure out what maybe I didn't catch your name at all in your movement around back and forth.
Well, if you would, I'd be happy to spend some time showing you the ropes if you can make your way up to somewhere where these kobolds are, and maybe we can put that big axe to use.
Yeah, you obviously didn't see all those falling from the flow of axe flying by your ears.
Well, yeah.
Well, the Zephyr
Okay.
does move like the wind.
So what's your story there, Zephyr?
I've just been working the caravans, typically between Triel, Scornabel, Burdusk. Been through Greenest a couple of times. Back around west toward Candlekeep. Just working the caravans, working as a guard, and seeing this small little piece of the world.
All right. Hey, you over there, quiet one.
Me, I'm not quiet. You just talk too much.
Oh, well, someone's got to direct traffic here. What's your story?
I am Alamir from the island of Evermet. I am here to investigate rumors of a cult named the Cult of the Dragon. Never been off the island, don't even know if they truly exist. And I'm also here to find a close friend of mine who I have not seen in the last year or so.
Oh, okay.
I am a cleric of life, and I'm a follower of Paylor.
All right. Well, welcome. It's always good to have someone who can bring spirituality to the combat. Definitely probably will be of assistance. Well, as you I'm sure know by seeing me, I'm a captain in the King's military army in Sword Coast. I've traveled many a lands and been many a battle. Actually have been part of even some of the crusades and actually Father Froome, who you probably have heard of, who's one of
Oh,
the
yeah.
leaders one of the leaders of Crusades, trying to promote, obviously the right mission.
Never
He
heard of it.
suggested I come here to help. Sort of, there was some of these dragon activities, rumors. Clearly, they are well sought out. That they're not rumors; they're true, based upon what we see here in this attack on this town.
All right, Captain.
Despite what Zephyr may have clearly misunderstood, I am clearly fierce in battle, as you will see, and I'm sure you've heard. And clearly, he must just be toying with everyone.
Well, if a little embarrassing motivation is what it takes to get you into melee, well, man, maybe it's worth it.
Embarrassing. I have fought more battles than you could wish to dream of, there, Zephyr.
Well, at least
All right,
we know
looking
why
forward to
you're.
seeing it.
At least now we know why you're slow. It's because you can't stop your mouth and move your legs at the same time.
Takes a lot of
So-
energy.
Can we go?
I do like your idea, Red. Is if we could maybe perhaps capture one of these
Cultist.
and maybe get some information out of them.
I have a quick rules question for Lev.
Mm-hmm.
I know that with melee attacks, when you hit somebody that actually takes them down, you have the option to actually have it be forcing them to unconsciousness, not actually killing them normally. I wondered if that's also available with a missile attack, or is that? Do you know if that's something can be done?
Not unless you went with some. I would say you'd probably need some sort of special blunt arrows or something.
Okay.
The pointy, sharp, razor bladey arrows don't lend themselves to doing subduing damage.
Makes sense to me.
Yeah.
I'm going to offer to take the lead in the dark corridors if you want.
Yeah, I love the outdoors. I'm not very comfortable about being down in the dark. Enclosed spaces make me nervous.
I too would prefer to have a torch in my hand, unless somebody has other light that they can do.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't care about the torch, but I can pretty good at picking out traps.
Oh, that's right. You humans need light.
And lead the way, especially if it's been a while. They may have had something put in place that they don't remember.
All right, lead on.
I'm going to need help moving some of those crates, though, because not my specialty.
Gotcha.
Lev, unless somebody actually does some kind of light source, I will make sure before it gets too dark, I will take out a torch.
Okay. Well, you're inside, right? Clearing the doorway, and as you do that, you can completely, just light a torch off an existing torch that is inside at night here. So that's pretty easy.
Malix, would you like a lantern?
Any kind of light is fine. If you have a lantern, that's fine. I'm fine with torches too. They're easier, sometimes quicker to toss down as opposed to a lantern. A lantern, if I toss it down, it could shatter.
But you could also shut the bullseye off so that you're not giving off light and still have it available.
I'll take the lantern. That's fine. I'll carry that.
Yeah, I usually like to, again, that's fine if I have to. My preference is to always have my shield and an axe in hand unless I really need to get into heavy combat, then I will fight with two weapons.
Red, it's yours.
All right. So I will be.
I'd rather not have it. I'd rather not have it back either.
Or broken. Okay.
It's too heavy.
Lev,
right.
just for the record, I have shield and battle axe out in hand, unless you hear otherwise.
Shield and battle axe.
Can I have the keys then?
Who are you
No.
asking? I don't.
Well, you have the keys, don't you?
He gave them to you.
I guess he did. I figured he gave them to the group. I didn't hear someone actually claim them to me, but that's fine. There you go.
I'm going to pull out the crossbow and loaded crossbow and lantern.
Okay. So, give me the order here. It's Cade first. Who's second? So actually, let me back up a little bit. You go ahead and you clear out the barrels and the crates and everything away from the door. You have the keys and you find the right key after several minutes of trial and error. even with the right key, it's very stiff, very hard to turn. You pretty much got to put a little oomph into it, but it does click open. The lock clicks open, the door does open. In front of you is a stairway leading down. When you look down there, you could tell that it opens up into a 5-foot wide corridor, or tunnel, I should say, a 5-foot wide tunnel, roughly hewn, that heads out to the southeast. And I need an order.
You can put me behind Cade.
So Cade, and then Malax, and then who?
Me.
And Alamir. And then who?
Who's left?
Zephyr
Red.
and Red.
Red is left. Yeah.
I'll take the rear.
Yes.
1 second.
Okay, then I'll be right in front of Zephyr.
Okay, 1 second.
You can fire in both directions from there and still have protection.
Yeah. I figure the range guy should be in the back here. The guy who can move the fastest too. So that'd be nice.
Exactly. Yeah, I think that works well.
Okay, so the way I see it, it's Cade, it's Melax, it's Alamir, it is Redford, and then Zephyr. Is that right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, bear with me here.
Is that going in initiative order, or is that going on the marching and formation sheet?
That's I just kind of placed you on a map that I'm going to share with you.
Oh, okay.
So bear with me.
Oh, let's start on the party sheet? Okay.
Well, that's narrow.
5 feet, right? So what's going on here? And I really dislike this map, so bear with me. So what's going on here is you get down there and you travel for a ways, okay? And what's happening is there's cobwebs. Doesn't look like anybody's come through here in a while. It is passable, single file, but like I said, there's a ton of cobwebs. Up in the distance, and this map kind of doesn't do it justice. So right 5 feet in front of Cade is the grate, but I don't have enough space. That thing should be like 30 feet in the distance. Okay, the edge of the map is to the top left here. I can't go any further.
Yep.
But you guys actually start hearing
I don't hear anything.
yeah, right. You guys hear some rats. And I'm going to fix this, but first thing I'm going to do is roll initiative. And I'm going to back this up. I knew that was going to happen. Let's do this, do this, do that.
I thought he quickly hid in the shadows. Like that was pretty quick, Cade. You have a ready to action?
So what's going to go on here is this is not a one or two rats, right? So each one of these tokens represents a swarm of rats. So at first you saw a rat or two and we're thinking, oh, no big deal. You know, it's just a couple of rats. And then it became like 3 or 4 and you're like, yeah, I'll just stomp those, no problem. And then all of a sudden they just start pouring out. And we are now in combat with swarms of rats.
How high is the ceiling?
It's about 8 feet.
And are they on the ground only, or are they everywhere?
They're pretty much on the ground and maybe partially up the half-rounded walls.
Okay. Is there a way to get, if I were to climb up, they'd still be within reach?
You're pretty sure they can climb if they wanted to.
Okay. Okie dokie. I'm gonna take my dagger out and swing at him, I guess, or however you.
You're gonna attack the swarm.
Yes.
Yeah.
Cade, want me to throw you over to the other side?
I'm not a dwarf. I'm just not sure if it's my initiative. That's why I'm.
Oh,
holding
I'm sorry.
off.
It's Zephyr's initiative. Sorry. Lost in my own. So, yeah, basically, this is a little ridiculous, right? So, Zephyr, I don't know what you're going to do from back there.
I can tell you what I'm going to do. There we hear actions. I am going to dodge.
All right. You are dodging. It's the end of your turn. Alamir.
I will also dodge.
You actually gotta, instead of clicking the star, you gotta click the effect on the right. There you go.
Okay.
Now you're
Okay.
dodging.
All right.
And then it's Cade.
Yeah, I don't think this is gonna go all that well.
Okay. It's 12 points of damage. I'm sorry.
And-
I'm sorry, 3 points of damage. 6 points of damage that was partially resisted to Rat Swarm 12. That's what I'm trying to say.
Oh.
And are we allowed to squeeze?
You can move through the rat's space.
I'm talking going backwards.
Oh.
I want to know if I can be there squeezing using acrobatics.
I don't know where there is because I can't see
You
that.
can't see it moving.
No. Not particularly, right? So just because this is at an angle is why that's there. You would have to consider this like if it was north-south and you were all in a row.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, nothing I can really do then.
Okay. Redford?
Well, I'll take a shot with my crossbow at that front
Yep.
swarm there.
Ignoring all cover and such.
Yep. Such. Exactly. So
Lev, did you
crossbow.
lock the tokens?
Did I lock them? I don't know. I'll try.
I'm trying to do range, and it's
There you go.
actually
It's
moving my
locked.
guy. Thank you.
Swarm of rats hit. Three. Partially resisted.
Okay.
Great. I can't really move. So can I squeeze past Zephyr to get behind him?
Can you squeeze past Zephyr to get behind him? I
Yes.
would
Moving
say
past him.
yes, because there's supposedly stairs and stuff that go up there. Yep.
Right. So it's like double
Right.
movement to go through him,
Right,
right?
and there's a
how
space
that
there,
works.
yep.
Okay.
If
Alright,
that's
so
the plan, let me know. Yeah,
We're at the
we
edge of
are.
the map here. Yeah, so I just want to get behind him. But if I move a few spaces back, other people could back up or maybe change places or whatever, and I can still shoot through people from further
I'm going to
back,
call
so
that
that's my
behind him.
Open. Okay,
Okay.
great.
So basically what will
Yep.
happen is we'll go across the top to the right as being the tunnel behind Zephyr. If you understand what I'm saying there. Right?
Yes, got it. And that's
We'll just do all that.
right. Okay,
Okay. Swarm of Rats. Swarm of Rats' turn. Swarm of Rats actually swarms around Cade and actually keeps going and swarms around Milax. And they target Milax.
they must like tin.
You're gonna get a mouthful of metal.
What are we using for light right now?
I've got a lantern, bullseye lantern.
And they attack. 1 second.
Oh, I should have put the bullseye lantern down to make that attack,
Okay.
just for the record. So it's on the ground, still doing what it's doing.
Reaction.
In what square?
I would say the square I was standing in when I shot the crossbow. I need to have 2 hands for the crossbow. I don't think I can do it holding the lantern too.
So swarm of
Excellent,
rats
thank you.
misses. The second swarm of rats moves up, targets Cade. And misses. Cade nimbly is like doing the Texas two-step, hopping up and down with his feet, trying not to get bit. Captain Milax.
All right. So it stays on my
Yes,
square.
it is
then, correct?
occupying the same space as you because it's a bunch of tiny creatures.
Does this, because it's a swarm, is it considered one opportunity attack if I were to leave its threatened
Yes.
space, or? Okay. I will first attempt to smash a whole bunch of them with my battle axe,
Mm-hmm.
and kill as many in a sweeping blow as I can
Mhm.
hopefully do. I can't see which.
Number 12 is the one on top of you.
12.
What I'm going to do is I'll put it next to you
Right.
for targeting purposes. Hold on.
Well, I can just drop it
You
on
can do
the
that too,
combat
okay.
tracker, that's fine.
No, it disappeared. Oh, no.
Damn small things. Still got it though. Damage.
Okay.
I will then allow it a attack of opportunity, and I will go through the other guy and get to the other side of it.
There's a gate there.
Yeah, well, the gate is technically supposed to be a little further down, but there is a gate that's going to put you on the other side. So my question is, when you go to leave that threatened space, is his opportunity attack with advantage?
Why
Well,
would it be?
there's right.
Which
so
one?
There's these rats here, and then you're on here, and then when you try to go here, right, the rats in the back get an attack.
Yeah.
Is that an attack of opportunity, right?
Well,
with advantage.
So are you saying that I can't
No,
go there?
we already
around
discussed
it? Is
that.
what you're
This
saying?
is 5 foot wide. Consider it straight
Okay.
north and south, right? You're all in a row.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That's fine.
Okay.
I don't care either way. My goal is, but you're saying there's a gate on
what
the other
really
side
needs
of
to
number
happen here. Let
3
me
that I
make this clearer because I said it had to be a little further back because the map was short. Let me see if I can do this. We'll call that the gate.
Okay.
Okay.
So yeah, so he can swing at
Without,
me
with
with
as an attack of opportunity,
yeah.
right? Okay.
Yep.
So they were already targeting you with advantage. Yep.
So he's allowed to move through the rat
Yes,
space?
the rats were allowed to move through your space, and you're allowed to move through theirs. Yep. Yep.
Cool.
Because it's a bunch of tiny creatures, is basically how it works. And they miss using their reaction,
I will end my turn.
and you will end your turn. Which brings us to Zephyr.
So everyone, just for the record, number 12 has already used their reaction. They cannot do it again.
Maybe.
I would like to pull a torch out of my backpack
Okay.
and light it using the
The lantern?
lantern that was left in front of me.
Yes.
And that will be, and I'll, let's see. I'll step forward 5 feet,
Okay.
and that would be my turn.
Alamir.
I will attack the rat pack in front of me, swinging my long sword, cracking him.
Good hit.
I attacked, but I attacked.
Did
It
he
hit.
hit Redford?
It
Yeah,
hit
he
Redford. I rolled it on the 12 and just hit Redford. But
hold on a second.
Don't
So
damage
just
me.
drop your damage on the rat, on the token of the rat.
Infiltrator!
There we go.
Cultist amongst us!
Actually, what did you roll to hit on Redford?
20.
That's 20. You're good. That's more than enough. More than enough. Okay, Almir, what's next?
If you want to, Elamir, if you want to step back, I think
I
I can
am.
do more damage with this torch.
That's what I'm doing. I'm on it.
Okay,
I
so,
want to give Kate a chance to get out of there if you can.
so you step back, and sure enough, the rats does not get another attack of opportunity.
Nice.
I'm sorry, so Cade, that's where you're moving?
Yep.
Giving up an attack of opportunity?
Yep.
Okay, 1 second here. They're already targeting you.
Katie, you didn't want that advantage?
My job is to get the gate open.
They miss.
I'm going to start using the keys and take my action to unlock the gate.
All right, 1 moment. So give me a dexterity check in the tower.
Do I use... Never mind. Never mind. Where is it?
Should be on the very main tab. The dexterity of the C. I think you can grab the C and drop it in the tower. Or you could do that. I don't know what you did, but it worked. You're struggling. It actually doesn't open this round.
Okay.
You feel you've got the right key, but it doesn't seem to be working. Redford.
Actually, I'm going to use my bonus action to pull out some oil.
Okay.
Redford is going to pull out a torch, and he's going to light it. I'll put down my crossbow to do that, I guess, or I'll store my crossbow, hang it on its hook.
Mm-hmm.
So I imagine lighting a torch is a standard action.
Yes.
So then I will, and I'm still behind those guys. So I'll be fine. I'll stay right here, and I'll end my turn with a lit torch ready to go.
Okay.
And just so I can get back to the combat tracker, which I've lost. There we go.
Okay. Swarm of Rats' turn. The Swarm of Rats move forward. And target Zephyr with an attack. For a hit.
Uh-oh. He goes down.
What?
Yeah, so bunches of rats chew and gnaw and chew and gnaw. And Zephyr crumples down, trying to brush them off, but he's hurting. Swarm of Rats 3 targets Captain Malex and miss. Malex's turn.
Kate, we might need your help here. We've already lost Zephyr. Don't worry about the gate.
Mm-hmm.
Swing my battle axe at number 3.
Okay. Hit.
Oh, wrong die.
Hit him again.
Just for good measure.
Oh, goodness. Okay. Glancing blow, barely nicked off a tail.
Ouch.
And you're moving?
There's a flank for you, Cade.
Okay. So Zephyr made a death save. Or rolled a death save, let's put it that way. Alamir?
I will cast Cure Light.
Cure Light to Zephyr.
I got it targeted. Yes.
Yes, good job.
I guess, Zephyr, if you're going to go down, it's good at the feet of the cleric.
Yeah, with a life cleric.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. How
Okay.
many points did I give him? 9, right?
Well, you're supposed to give him 9, but what happens when you come up from anything from 0? You only go to 1.
What? No.
No.
Yeah, isn't that the
no.
way it is?
No.
No,
Are
you,
you
don't go
sure?
to you don't go below 0 anymore.
Right.
So whatever the healing is, he goes up from 0.
So it's
so
already
if he
at
gets,
that.
so he should be at 9. Yep.
Oh,
He's
yeah,
got
I'm
9.
sorry. You're right. He's got 1 wound, is what I meant to say. So
Okay.
he got 9 hit points. He's got 1 wound, so he's 9 out of 10.
Good.
Thank you, Elamir.
No problem.
Yep.
And one possible death failure if you didn't make the decision.
Possible.
Possibly.
Probably some kind of disease.
Anything else from Alamir?
I like my position.
Cade. Still cannot get it. You're like, this has got to be the key. It's the right. I know it's the right key, and you just can't make it happen. Redford.
Can I move forward?
Actually, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry. Right before I left, I used my bonus action to pour some oil on the lock,
Okay.
and then I moved.
Okay. Redford.
Okay, I'm going to move through Alamir and stand over the prone body of Zephyr with my torch. I'm going to attack the swarm of rats with my. Actually, so there's a lantern there on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Can I pour the oil from the lantern into the spot and then light it with my torch? Like an action. Well, yeah, whatever you think. I'm just trying to light the oil, pour the oil out, and then light the oil in the spot where the swarm is.
I will tell you that you could probably smash the lantern in the spot where where they are, and
I'm okay with
oil
that.
damage right there.
Do it. All right, I'm smashing the lantern. Make sure that light gets as far as I've got that torch.
You guys are awesome.
Moving up.
Lev, what is the level of air in this cavern?
You're about to find out.
Yeah, we're good.
As we all inhale smoke.
So, I don't know what the rules are for burning oil damage. Does anybody have a
improvised
clue?
weapon.
Well, yeah, but the fire portion's got to do damage,
Yeah.
right? So hold on one second.
I think oil might actually have a damage in maybe under the equipment.
Oh, maybe.
5 fire damage for 2 consecutive rounds.
5 fire damage?
Yep.
It's not a roll, it's just a specific number. Okay.
If lit, the oil burns for 2 rounds and deals 5 fire damage to any creature that enters the area or ends its turn in the area.
Okay. So, you smash the lantern on the ground in front of, around Rat Swarm 12, right?
Correct. Yep.
And you're also standing over Zephyr, right? So
Correct.
you're there.
Yep.
And you throw it down, boom, and it erupts in flame. And the rats are squealing. They are not very happy.
Zephyr, how flammable are your clothes?
Quite.
The monastery, full of nice fabric there.
I hope so.
And they take 5 points of damage immediately.
Not even resisted, I hope.
Not even resisted.
Oh, thank God.
Yep. They go heavy.
Oh, nice.
Okay. And what? Anything else on your turn?
Can I moved already. I have more movement left.
Yeah, you've moved
perhaps I should-
15.
Get Alamir,
Yeah.
why don't you get on the other side? I mean, Redford, get on the other side of the rats.
Move through the fire, is that what you're saying?
Sure.
Is the
Five
rule say-
damage.
Did it?
It's,
Yeah,
oh,
it's 5 damage.
automatic.
I'm not
Oh,
taking that,
alright.
no. I'll stay here.
You could jump.
And guard. Nah, I don't think that's gonna work. I'm gonna
You know,
I'll
Zephyr is been healed, right? He is up.
he could stand up when it's his
Yes.
turn.
Yes.
Rats
I just
are
want to
going-
let you know, you can do what you want. I'm just telling you, he is like conscious and squirming.
Okay. Alright, I'm gonna try to move back out of the way. So I already moved through, so that was 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I should be able to move back again behind Almir.
So it's 10, 15 to get to where you are. It'd be another 15 back. That would be 30.
Right, and then
Yep.
it gives him room to stand up.
Yep. So, whoops. And it always does that. It never grabs the one that's on top. Always grabs the one that's underneath. Okay. So, Rat Swarm 12.
They're starting their turn in there. Do they?
No, I gave you the damage immediately instead of waiting for them to start their turn in there. Yeah. Yeah, you're not going to give them 10 points in a round.
Goes 2
Yeah,
rounds. Okay.
yeah.
Fair
So
enough.
they're gonna move on top of Zephyr
Okay.
and get out of the fire.
Can you put something in that space? Or
Yeah,
do we just
no, I
remember
can put
this
something
fire
in
there?
that space.
It wouldn't have mattered if I was still there. They could still move to that space, even if I was standing there,
Yep.
right?
And that extinguishes after the end of the
Yep.
next round of
Yep.
Redford's turn.
Yep.
So they hit Zephyr again. In this case, you get this for 3 points of damage.
All right. That I can handle.
And that'll be the end of their turn. Swarm of Rats 3.
I'm trying to draw its attention towards me and to ignore.
So you're trying to antagonize it.
Yes.
Okay. Well, in that case, they are they're willing to take the bait.
They seem to like you
Yeah.
anyway.
And the rats are swarming all over you, but that armor is pretty thick.
Their teeth are going to be dull by the end of the day.
Yep. Okay, Captain Relax.
All right, with advantage. With advantage, I drop the shield as a free action, and then pull out. No, I can't do that. Forget it.
Forgetting it.
I attack the battle axe. The battle axe with advantage on number 3. Crit. Nice.
All right, I'm gonna.
I'll give you my
Yep.
story in a minute. Hang on. Well, so it's gonna be sort of a half-ass story because it didn't really seem to do much with him. I swing feverishly as I sort of drew them towards me, hit him feverishly through the entire swarm, but I seem to miss them with the edge of my axe and only hit him with the flat end and bounced a couple off the walls, but didn't seem to do much to the swarm.
Nice. Nice.
Damn it, if I had that lantern closer to me!
If I could only see better.
Well, if you're a better fighter.
I will end my turn.
Okay. Brings us to Zephyr.
I'm gonna need a
Yes.
ruling. If I swing this
Yes.
torch as an improvised
Yes.
weapon, how much damage? And it's lit. How much damage is it gonna
So
do?
I actually read the ruling on hitting something with a burning torch. And the ruling is you get improvised weapon damage, which is, I forget, I think it's either 1 or a D4. I forget which one it is. But the fire portion of the damage is only an extra point.
Okay. So I'm going to do a D4 plus 1 if I
Yes.
swing this at them. I am going
And
to
it's
swing this at them.
There's several ways to interpret the rule. That's one way that I read that I preferred, because the rest of them say you don't get any extra for the fire.
Okay. So here's the thing. I targeted myself because I'm on the bottom. Oh, hold on here. This
Yep.
swarm of rats 12?
You
That's
just did it in
better.
the combat tracker? Yeah.
Yeah. So now the question is, if I'm going to roll an improvised weapon attack, but I don't have an improvised weapon set up in my weapons list, we do this manually?
Yes. So what you could do,
So I'm dropping it. Yep.
so basically you're rolling without proficiency, right? It's an attack without proficiency?
I don't know. Improvised weapons, do you get proficiency with? No, I think I'm only proficient with simple weapons. I don't think I'm proficient
Tell you
with
what,
improvised
I will
weapons.
rule that the torch is the equivalent of a club, which I believe you're proficient with, right?
As a simple weapon,
Okay.
yes.
So use one of your other simple weapons, but the other ones are dexterity based, right? Is a club finesse?
Yes.
No.
Well, no, because I'm a monk, all the simple weapons that I use can apply. If it's a simple weapon, I can apply Dex as
Then
my
just use
modifier.
your one of your other attacks. And when it comes time to roll damage, we'll just roll a d4 plus 1.
All right, so I'm looking at, for example, I could use the unarmed strike.
That works.
That, though, uses, so yeah, it would have proficiency bonus and Dex.
Mhm.
All right, so here we go.
Hit.
And I'm doing a D4 plus 1. I'm just dropping a D4. Do you want it in the
You
tower
can
or
throw
the
it in the
chat?
chat.
Or do you want it? Do I drop it
Just-
on the?
Nope, drop it in the
Swarm.
chat. I'm going to add it manually. Okay. That was on Swarm 12, right?
Yep.
Okay.
So it did
Yep.
2. That wasn't worth very much at all. And I would be. Hold on a second here. Alamir and Redford are both going to act before me. I am not going to offer this thing an opportunity attack. So I will sit tight in my
Okay.
square.
Alamir.
I will be swinging my sword at this
Get him.
rat.
Get him. Yes.
Good hit. Good hit. Slicing through several small, tiny rats. Okay. All right. Cade.
Kate pulls his second dagger out and is going to attack twice,
Okay.
stabbing at both.
Critical.
I think you just skewered one of them.
Well, how'd that work?
What do you mean?
You rolled a critical. Where's the cinematic moment?
I managed to skewer 2 of them through the head, but Kate doesn't feel all that great about it because they're still swarming around. As he dives his second hand in there, not so sure that it's gonna work.
They keep on coming.
Yeah,
They're coming out of all the orifices.
and because of his unsuredness, he missed with the second attack.
Okay. All right.
And
Do not feel discouraged, Cade. We will persevere.
And giving up an attack of opportunity?
yep,
Okay, so Cade moves away 1 second. Swarm of rats 3. Targeting. Clear that. Put that on there. And they missed.
As I
Okay.
sheathe one dagger. Actually, no, I can't do that. I'm sorry. I don't have enough actions for that.
I was gonna say, actually, putting a weapon away is a free action. Actually, I'm sorry, dropping a weapon is a free action.
Reaction, right. Put it
No,
away.
you
it's not.
actually, well, because he pulled one out, right? So yeah, he already used his.
Yeah, he already pulled one out. Exactly. Exactly. You done with your turn, Cade?
Could drop it.
Yep.
All right. Redford.
Redford is having lots of experience with shish kebabs. He's gonna crouch down low, using the backlight of the fire beyond the rats, line up a shot really low, kind of around the legs of the guys in front of me, and trying to catch as many rats in a straight line as I possibly can. This is gonna be more of a called shot. Try and pick up a bunch of those.
This is a
So-
called shot. Okay.
Going this way with it. We got that? We do. And we're going.
Well,
Frick.
Arrows
Good.
go awry. Pew, 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 down the
Yep.
hallway.
Watch it, Mille Lacs.
The heat waves from the fire are throwing off your aim.
It was worth a try.
Sure.
So this is the second round of the fire, correct?
At the end of this turn, it will be gone. Yep.
All right.
So it's been one full round since you threw it down, because you threw it down on your turn, right?
Right.
Yep. And then the next time through, it'll be gone.
Okay, so I can't run through there just yet. I'm not going to.
Not yet.
Oh, and I had dropped the torch to use the bow,
Yep.
and that would be the end of my turn.
Okay. Okay. Rat Swarm 12 is still kind of engulfing Zephyr here, right?
Ow.
Still have him targeted. And the little ratsies keep biting. Okay, well, I will say this: the rat swarm seems to be about half its original size, and as you notice, their potential to do damage has been diminished based on the number of rats you have taken out.
Oh, that's good.
So, that's the end of their turn. They are quite angry. They sound very angry, don't they?
They do.
Okay, Swarm of Rats 3.
Are they doing piercing damage?
Yes, they are. They still... Oh, they don't have anybody targeted, actually.
I will continue to taunt them so they don't try to ignore the guy behind with the gate.
Ignore the guy behind the curtain. Oh, we got a hit. Where are they at?
Suck the armor there, ratty.
Well, they hit you.
Yeah. Doesn't mean they're going to penetrate.
Well, they got through with some.
Did they? They did give me 3? -3?
Yeah. They gave you 6, -3 is 3.
Oh, I didn't see the 6 part.
I rolled a 6, and it says...
You know, I only on the thing it only shows damage 3.
yeah,
Why?
because that's all you took.
Oh, okay.
Yep. So, and they will actually...
So my rat
Move
swarm
to
doesn't seem to
envelop
be
you.
as smaller as the ones facing Zephyr then.
Well, they did. They actually are smaller than they were originally.
Gotcha. Okay. Fair enough.
Relax.
Well, I'm going to back up,
Okay.
and I'll swing with my battle axe. Three. With a complete miss.
They distracted me that they actually got through the armor and took my attention off.
You actually got a
Clearly,
little bit of blood trickle.
The space is too narrow for a battle axe. So I drop the battle axe and we'll pull out a hand axe. And I will end my turn.
All right. Zephyr,
Yes, sir.
it is your turn.
Karate chop these bastards.
I'm gonna try to do the same thing. Still targeting Swarm of Rats 12, and
So you're clubbing them?
using this
Okay.
improvised weapon, I'm gonna try to club them again. I did this as an unarmed strike the first time.
Hit.
That's a hit. I'm doing a D4 plus 1.
Nice.
So it'd be 5. What happens after 5?
Hold on. Okay. They're still there. There's fewer and fewer of them, but they're still there.
Okay, so unlike
That
last
damage-
time, this time I'm gonna remember that because I made a successful melee attack, I get my
There you
normal
go.
unarmed strike. Still targeting Swarm of Rats 12.
Still hitting.
Hit.
And this will be normal.
Finishing them off.
Finishing them off.
Nice.
And having finished them and being wounded, can I continue to step backward?
Yes, you can move.
I will move backward to that spot behind Redford
You have plenty
Stormbow.
of movement left, so that's perfectly acceptable.
And my turn.
Alamir. So that's 5. We got fire there that you can take 5 points of damage from.
Oh, it's not gone yet,
on
right?
Redford's. After Redford's turn, this time it's gone.
All right, well, then I won't
Okay.
make that move then. I will do that instead.
Okay. Are you done?
Yep.
Cade?
Does it look like the oil helped at all? Or too, can't tell.
Yeah, it does look like it helped a little bit, actually. There it is. Click, pop. The thing finally, you're still cracked on it, but it did pop open with a pretty good clunk.
I'll just guarantee that I'll push it open just to make sure it does actually open.
So you give it a pretty good little heave, and it's a little noisy, but it's starting to move.
How much further down can I see?
One moment. I'll give you that.
I'm gonna quietly move, trying to stay in the dark.
Okay. One moment. Okay. Redford.
All right, I'm going
This
to.
fire is now extinguishing.
Okay. Let's take a shot at the rats with trying to catch as many as I can. Again, shish kebab style. So
No.
this and hit. Yes. All right. Seven. Oh, partially resisted again. Still. All right. Freaking asshole.
Was that plus 10 damage?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Still not enough.
Are you done, Redford?
I'm thinking if I'm going to try and run through there or not.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm good.
Okay. Swarm of rats. Swarm of rats again envelops your square. They're trying mightily. They kind of figured out how to hit you, and they were really, really close. They're trying to go for those chinks in the armor, but not
The
happening.
shield deflects them. And as the shield deflects them, I drop the shield on top of them and pull out my second hand axe. Adjust my armor class here, hang on.
Your second hand axe or your second hand axe?
Second hand axe. And I will move there first.
Ah, fuck. Hold on.
My first axe. Whoop, wrong one. My first axe from my primary weapon hand. Swinging on them. Crack. And the second one, offhand, crack.
This is it. You got him.
Yeah.
Okay.
And my turn. Whatever that button go.
Zephyr.
All right, let's, we're going to go 10,
roll.
20, 25, 30. I can get to here. I believe it's going to cost me 30 counting moving through people.
That's exactly right. 30.
That'll be my move. I will brandishing this torch again.
Combat advantage.
Good call.
Do you get an advantage on the swarm? Really? That's good.
Yep. I've been given it.
All right. We'll take advantage and jam a spear into them as best I can.
I thought it was the club.
I'm sorry, the club.
Attacking while out of ammo? What does that mean?
He used his
That's a hit.
spear attack. Yep.
Now, okay, now the spear attack and the club attack had the same attack
yeah,
modifiers. If I
that's
just do
fine.
the unarmed strike or do the D4 damage, it works out normal, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Dying.
Nice.
Nice. Well done, Zephyr.
They are
Thank
dead.
you.
I will pick up my shield.
Burning rat stench.
Burning
at which
rat
point,
stench.
I've already moved 30. I will stay in that spot and end my turn.
Okay. So at this point, obviously combat is over. From here, and you you realize that Cade has unlocked the gate and pushed out somewhat. I'm not sure what the party is thinking here.
I would have gone to the end, hiding in shadows and looking to see what I see at the mouth. It looks like is that water?
That is water at the stream. It's the stream. If you'd have gone to the end, hiding in shadows, you did not give me a hide check at any point, did you?
I was waiting for my turn to come around. I can give it to you now if you like.
Yeah, give it to me now in the tower.
Zephyr, you look badly wounded.
Uh,
Medic!
yeah, I'm about halfway down.
I will at least try to add some medicinal combat bandages until the medic can try to do some assistance for you.
I did assist him.
I can limp on at this point for a little while.
So you notice a group of raiders out there consisting of 6 kobolds and 2 cultists. They haven't seen you yet, but they're definitely coming this way. You don't think they know about the tunnel, but they're kind of coming this way looking for, villagers and loot and in the whole 9 yards. So it's completely up to you. So you're going to go back. Are you leaving the gate open? Are you closing it? What are you doing?
I'm going to meet them wherever they were going to cut. If they were coming, I was going to meet them halfway. If they didn't, that's where I'm going to go, and I'm going to leave the gate open so I don't make any more noise.
Okay, so what I'm going to do real quick is I'm going to delete this pointer, and we're going to consider the gate to be where it's drawn on the map. So I'm going to move you
Okay.
one more because I think you want to be inside of it. Is that right?
Yep.
Okay. That's where we're going to kind of go with that.
Hey guys, there's I think I saw 6 kobolds and a couple of cultists that are traversing out there. They didn't see me, or I'm not sure that they even see the tunnel here. If we're going to grab a cultist, this might be our opportunity, but it looks like some of us have been wounded.
Yeah, those rats were pretty vicious, and I'm not sure if they have any disease on them. The healer tried to do what best he could, Alamir, but I think we may be sort of limited in our healing capacity today.
Well, at a minimum, I won't slow you down. I don't know how much help I can be, but I certainly won't be in the way. If you want to go on, I'm with you.
I can cast one more spell. If we have to make this fight, I recommend we do it. I do it.
Well, if we're going to do that, I'd rather you probably heal
Keep
him
it.
now instead of having it waste an action in combat.
No, I know. That's what I'm saying. Come closer though, because I'm gonna hit all of us at once.
Okay.
So you guys are going to kind of gather around as close as you can.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I'll be at the mouth while you guys are doing that.
Let's see if I can do this, guys. Hold on. Give me 1 second.
So that beyond the gate, it's actually outdoors.
Yes.
So it's now dark. I assume it's.
Yes.
Is there moonlight?
Yep.
Moonlight, starlight.
There is
okay, so you can
moonlight.
see a little bit.
Yep.
Okay, but not. So I would extinguish the torch
Mhm.
once we're gonna be heading out, so we don't have any light source that's gonna be
Yes.
giving away our position.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Look at that.
I
That was
healed.
pretty.
Well
Do I
done,
keep-
Alamir. Pelor is with you.
Yes, sir.
Do I keep the
Always.
same stealth roll? Or do I re-roll?
You keep the same stealth roll until you are either revealed or you reveal yourself.
Onward.
I would try to sneak up there if possible. If we know that there's guys out there, we want to be quiet. I would try to move up using my stealth if possible, just for what it's worth.
And I would have, once I hear them coming, Leverel, I would have tried to advance out in so that I'm not at the same location.
Mm-hmm. So,
I can go out and draw their fire if we want to create a diversion.
All right. So
Well, we don't necessarily want them to know with this tunnel exists.
Right. So if we
So-
can get outside without showing them the tunnel, that would be great. And maybe even get a couple of opportunity attacks before they're aware of us.
So, 1 second here.
Sorry. Oops.
That's a cool drawing.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
It is very cool. It just has one small issue. It's too big. And I just don't have enough real estate to deal with it correctly, so bear with me.
By the way, Lev, is something supposed to be behind you on that green wall?
There is on my recording.
Oh, I meant to ask you. Like, are we supposed to be seeing something?
Yeah, there is on the recording. I could put it out to you
Okay.
guys, but there was no real need to.
All right, all right.
So now I might be able to manage this. 1 second.
It might be that the moving water might mask our sound a little bit.
Mm-hmm. So
Definitely hard to see.
1 second. Perception, wisdom. Attack.
Depending where I saw them, I would have tried to move across.
Across where?
Again, depending where I saw them. Into the brush over directly south of me.
You mean across
again.
the stream?
Yes.
Okay, well that's definitely an across. Just so that you know, looking at the brush on the side of the stream here, okay, on the west side there, that little brush and a little bit on the east side there, that stuff is extremely difficult terrain.
Okay.
And the brush across, wherever you're trying to get like out of the ford into the brush areas, it's actually 5 foot per round movement. Anywhere there's no brush is pretty much normal.
Okay.
Okay. And now I'm going to try to deal with showing you where these guys are, if you give me a second. So it's this.
And Cade, when he says brush, is that it's very dark. Is that green? That green?
See the slopes to the left and right of me?
Yeah, it's very faint. The whole thing is very dark. So I'm trying to distinguish between the black and the green.
Yep.
It's pretty much 1 square left and right of me, you're good. After that, it's all difficult terrain.
In front of you?
To the left and right of me, and it's clear in front of me.
Okay.
It's clear left and right. Yep.
So that what's in front of you, is that a brook or is that a ridge?
That's a step down into water.
Okay.
Okay. So these guys are traveling from east to west.
And they're in the very difficult terrain.
That's not really brush, that's like grass.
Okay, so it's only that more tree-looking stuff that's immediately, okay, now I gotcha. All right.
I must have bad graphics on mine because it's tough to distinguish between the east or the west, but that's fine.
West is to the left usually, and
Right,
east is I'm just messing with you. Sorry.
Thanks. I do have an A intelligence, but at least I know directions.
I'm like playing with you. Yeah, it is hard to tell, but I can see it now that it's a little bit more brushy looking for a couple of squares. You have to travel through 2 or 3 squares of difficult brush to then get through to the more grassy area.
Yeah, it's a little bit darker, just a little bit. Yeah.
And would I still have cover if I had moved to there?
You will have some cover, yes.
Enough to potentially stay hidden?
You believe you're hidden, and
okay.
He's not here, by the way.
6 squares to my south. I'm going to cast a spell and create what I believe to be like a warthog or a boar.
Okay.
type noise in that thick brush on the other side.
Yep.
Make it medium sound, so enough where I think they could hear it and be drawn to it.
Okay.
And then I'm just going to sit and wait and single back to Malik just to be quiet.
All right. So, as far as the rest of you go, where I've got you placed so far, is this relatively a true representation?
Sure.
That's
With all the dense cover, though, we couldn't probably get any kind of missile weapon shots where those guys are now, right? That's just too.
Well, you're
too
kind of
much
down in a
brush.
trench. You'd have to like climb up on the other side, risk exposing yourself. If you wanted to risk exposing yourself, you could.
Yeah, I was thinking about trying to sneak further down to be, closer to the edge there. But
You could do that.
I guess, yeah,
You
I
said
could.
that they were heading our way. They're going west, east, to
they-
west.
Going east
They were
to
heading
west,
our
yep.
way. Yep. I'm gonna wait and see what they do.
Wait.
I'll hold where I am here for now.
Okay. Okay. So, first things that happens is Cade casts some sort of illusionary noise right here. Is that right?
Yep.
Okay.
Trying to put it down into the brush, or what appears to be down in the brush.
Right. Okay, 1 second. Okay. So these guys actually hop down. They start going in this direction here. Anything else? You're backing up.
There's 3 kobolds and 1
Okay,
cultist.
1 second. Where'd I? And actually, we are going to initiative. So hold on.
Guess I wasn't hitting as well as
I
I
will
thought.
roll it. Here we go.
Sorry, guys.
And Kobold
Good try.
14
Let's just get that cultist.
gets to go. 1 second here.
Now, as Olimir, I am used to being last with no decks instead of having the best decks and going last.
Let me see. How does he want to do this? So he already hopped down there. So then. So he goes there. This guy. He goes there. Okay. Zephyr.
So they are aware of us. We're going to go. And now movement down in the trench is normal.
Is normal.
Hold on 1 moment. And yep, that'll be the move.
Okay.
I will draw and throw a dart at Kobold 14. Let me target him.
Okay. And he screams in
That's
pain.
my
Yark,
move.
yark.
That's an attack. I am done.
Milax has already got his move plotted out. Okay, Milax, when you get there, Kobold number 3 had a readied action. So he is going to target you and attack with his sling. Missing. And go ahead and continue with your action.
Okay. Jeez.
All right, a mighty
Did I roll
swing.
two fives? Did I roll two
You
fives?
did. A
Oh,
mighty swing, but you underestimate how short they are and went straight over his head.
if he was a few feet taller, he would have lost his head.
Cade.
I'd like to interject something for
Sure.
a moment, folks. For the benefit of those people who don't know this particular rule, this is Player's Handbook 198. Sometimes an attacker wants to incapacitate a foe rather than dealing a killing blow. When an attacker reduces a creature to 0 with a melee attack, the attacker can knock the creature out. The attacker can make this choice the instant the damage is dealt. The creature falls unconscious and is stable. I'm only bringing this up because we want to keep the cultist alive.
Okay.
For those of you who didn't know.
Very good.
Thank you.
Cade.
Using a reverse grip, Cade draws his elven thin blade out and attempts to skewer the kobold.
Okay.
And aiming for his throat.
And off comes his head.
Oh,
Actually, it goes right through the throat.
Okay.
It's more of a piercing type of attack.
All right.
so
But he
Cade,
slightly pulls
Cade,
it to the right to splatter blood on Malix's armor.
Cade, you know what happened is I slid it so thin, his head didn't fall yet until the wind of your sword came through.
So, just so you know, this area of the ford here is actually difficult terrain.
The water is?
That's why when he got all the way up to you, he couldn't attack. He had to do a dash action to get up to you.
Then that's where I'm going to end up my move.
Okay.
And, yeah, it's going to end up going back.
Redford, you can target the cultist, right?
I can, but I don't want to kill him by accident.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
Okay.
That's the chances of battle.
'Cause he might run
Yep.
once we
Well,
kill these kobolds.
we're going to try and flank him, I think.
Alamir.
Come on, move.
This is the move.
Yeah, I counted for the space that I moved through Redford.
Okay. And you're dodging.
Yep.
Okay. This kobold. Closes the distance. He targets Cade and attacks with his sling. Hitting with a 15. Sling bullets fly. 3 points of damage bouncing off your shoulder. Redford.
Oops. Okay, so after I move that 15, the space immediately to my east is the space I can only move one no matter what, right? Is that what we're talking about?
Yes.
Or
Yep.
no?
Yep. Just kind of that. Yeah, that little square there. Yep.
That square there. So I'm going to move that 1 into
Mhm.
there. And then I will take my shot at Kobold 3.
Okay.
Go. Oops. The map was impinging on my ability to click the tabs, apparently.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Yep.
Got it. And shot. Miss. Twang.
And you missed.
And I missed. Rolled a 2. Gesundheit.
Mm.
Okay. And I'm going to put away my bow.
Okay.
All set.
And you're done with your turn.
Correct.
Brings us up to Kobold 3's turn.
Come into the killer box, please.
Kobold 3 backs up to here. Actually targets Redford and attacks with his sling. Hitting. Four points of damage as another sling bullets ricochets off some part of your body.
Okay.
Zephyr.
Thinking about, is it the square immediately to my east or the square 2 to my east that is the one in which I can only move 5?
It's actually kind of both of those. This
It's
this
both
little
of those.
there's like a let me draw a pointer. Trying to
Sure.
figure out what the best way to do this was. I'm thinking it's pointer.
Can't see either.
So I'm thinking it's those four plus the 2 to the west of the block.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And
south
is
of it?
No, to the west of it. South of it is
moving
the
in
water.
the
Those are just difficult terrain.
is
Go ahead.
those are difficult terrain. The
Water is
water
difficult terrain here. It's a little deeper.
5, 10,
I can't see where to go.
20, 30. From the water, can we? All right. I'm gonna move there and assume that I have to be there to see it. That's gonna be my move.
Okay.
So that would be 30. I can't go. That's 30 of my 35.
Mm-hmm.
Is that last 5 permissible? If not, no worries.
I'll give it to you. I think it's okay.
All right.
From there, I will target Gold 3 with a dart.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
In the eye socket.
Oh.
Not a
shooting,
melee
Tex.
attack, so thank you.
Deadly
Not a melee
accuracy.
attack, so I get no unarmed strike. My move is done. I am Fini.
Okay, Milax is plotted.
Well, I'm trying to, because I can't tell if that's going over difficult terrain
Yep,
or
that's
not.
30. That plot right there.
And there's nothing. If I were to do, if I were to do
That's
that,
10.
that's still 30.
That's 20. That's 30. Yep.
So either way, it's 30. Okay. And I'm going to then. That would be another 30.
That would be 5, 10. No, that would be 15.
Yeah. Once you get past those 2 blocks, it's all green grass.
Well, you're kind of out of the
can't-
water on that, your first step there.
Yeah, I can't really make out what I'm looking at. So just put me in between there, and I'll be done.
Okay, well, when you get there, the cultist had a held action.
Cool.
So he attacks. One moment.
Well, actually, I don't want to give them nothing that matters.
What are you doing? Are you telling me you don't want to be in there anymore?
I don't want a attack opportunity. I don't want combat advantage. So
Right.
I still want to be adjacent to both of them.
Right, okay. All right, I'm going to give it to you, but...
I just want to be adjacent to. I didn't want to be sandwiched. I didn't realize
That's
I was
kind of
sandwiched.
weak.
I didn't pay attention. You can still get his thing at me,
Yeah, you
but
just don't want me to do it with advantage.
I wasn't paying attention to
Yeah.
advantage. I was dealing with this freaking terrain, and I wasn't paying attention.
Oh, we got a hit.
Didn't matter. See, he still got me.
Yeah, and you take some damage. Okay, so and reaction is used. Okay, and then we're on the Cade.
I choose to ignore it.
Okay.
I elect to ignore it. Different
So,
game.
okay, 10,
Sorry.
20, 25, that's 30, okay.
Kind of using a little acrobatics. I'm just going to kind of roll up onto the grass and then kind of keep my roll and just end up in a crouched or
Okay.
semi-attack position. I have advantage because I have a foe that's adjacent
Yep.
to him. And I'm going to take the Elven Thin Blade and I'm going to strike at his legs. With this.
Kate, does that actually give you advantage, or it just gives you the sneak attack?
Gives me advantage and sneak attack.
I think it's just the sneak attack.
I'm not sure.
Only because I looked at the thief for a long time. That's why.
I
Okay.
think
Let me
you're right.
double
It does
check.
not give you advantage. It gives you the ability for sneak attack.
It's in lieu of advantage, but still gives you sneak
Yes.
attack.
You want me to? Which roll came first? I don't know.
I don't.
You could have just moved 5 more feet,
Hold
too.
on a second. Only if he's got
That's true. You
35
could
movement. It
just
took him
move
30 to get there.
Right.
Yeah.
So you
Do
can
you
just
have-
move one more space
well,
and
do
then
you have 35
have
movement?
advantage. Be the same thing.
No, I don't.
Oh, I
No,
thought
he
you
doesn't.
did. My bad.
So the question here is which one was the first attack? So hold on a second. Cade Culver attack. It doesn't tell me.
Do you want me to
I
re-roll?
would say roll, because one of them was a 3 and one of them was a 9. So just roll me a straight attack, and if it hits, it hits.
Okay. So we'll just do it right there. Good call. And I am done.
Sorry, Kate. I didn't want to.
No, that's legit, man. If you were not as cowardly, maybe you would have been in the middle there. But
How he turned.
I was thinking that, but I didn't say it.
Maybe if you gave it all, you gave it your all on that swing, you would have hit him anyways.
Okay. Cultist targets Cade and attacks. Whoa.
go down, Frazier.
All right.
Can I use inspiration to make that a normal attack?
Inspiration
swing.
to make
I wanna-
it normal.
I want to swing my elven blade up and at the last possible second
Okay.
And actually, I'd like to. Can I use inspiration to taunt him to get him to actually take that attack onto me instead?
That's too late.
That's way too late for that. Yeah.
I spent the inspiration.
I usually been trying to taunt. I just didn't get a chance to in before fast enough.
So I will do it. I'm gonna have to do it manually, I believe. I don't think I can tell it to be a regular attack. Or actually, hold on a second. I might stand corrected here. Modifiers. So critical max half. I can make it critical, I can make it max, I can make it half, but I can't tell it. I'm going to tell it to make it half, and we'll see what happens. Because it should be a critical. Let me see what happens. How many hit points are you at? So you had 3 damage, okay. Well, I shouldn't roll an attack again. Let's do this.
Well, now you got the regular attack.
So you should have taken 4, and it gave you 2. So I just got to add 2 more to you. Where are you?
What do you mean?
So I clicked that button that said
half.
give you half damage in case it gave you full critical damage.
So wouldn't it just say the 2 damage?
No, because it was 4 damage.
Because
rolled
he
the-
accidentally
he rolled the
re-rolled the attack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It came out as normal damage, but
Oh,
he
yes.
got half in place.
It would have been 8. It would have
Yes,
been 8 on a
well, it would
crit,
have been another
on a regular
dice,
crit.
but yes, but yeah, potentially 8. 4 is the correct number. And Kate is heavy, and the cultist does not want to give up an attack of opportunity. So he is going to end his turn. It's going to be Almar's turn.
You would have gone down.
Yep.
That's when I move in today. I can only move 5 feet.
If
right?
you move into that heavy brush, it's considered heavy brush. It's a 5-foot end your turn movement.
Yeah. Oop. I had it too.
It's all right, I got you.
Yeah, I had it that time too, and it kicked
Yeah.
that.
Okay.
All right. Well, thinking I need some sort of melee weapon, but I mean some sort of range weapon, but.
Anything else from you? Dodge.
Oh, I hit the wrong one. Here we go.
Yeah. There you go.
I need a range weapon.
Okay. So Kobold 12.
He's just gonna get massive.
Kobold 12. Why is that happening like
We haven't
that?
hit these guys yet?
What the fuck is going on? There we go. Kobold 12 jumps down into the water. And targets the captain with advantage. And he attacks. Hitting. Damage. Hitting. And he ends his turn. Redford.
So I assume that's also a difficult terrain
Yep,
or
that's
a
like
base
the
stop.
last square, unless you move directly
Right.
south, that's difficult terrain. Yep,
So now next time I can move normally going
Yes.
east if I wanted to. All right.
that is
great.
correct.
Lev, what are they using for melee weapons? The kobolds.
He was using a dagger.
Can I get a shot at Kobold 12?
You can get a shot at Kobold 12.
Okay.
Hit.
Oh, jeez.
And you
He's
still
dead.
killed him.
They still got him. Right in the ear.
Yeah. Cobalt 12 was like, no, don't kill.
Never heard it coming.
Yeah.
All right, that's the end of my
Nice.
move. That's the end of that.
Okay, brings us to Zephyr.
That's the move.
Subdual damage his ass.
Yep. Well, we're gonna start with the spear.
Now, what kind of damage is this?
Well, you get to decide once you see that he goes to 0 to switch it. You don't have
So
to call it beforehand.
I understand. So you get to see if he goes to 0, or you get to see what the total is before you get to switch it.
I get to what page did I say that was on? 198.
192, I thought, but I could be wrong. See, the difference here is because damage is going to be applied automatically as opposed to a table game where you would say, 12 damage, ooh, I want that to be subdual. Right? And then you find out the result.
I think in this case it's going to let you see the result. But
Is there a subdual
it may.
damage option?
Yeah, there is. He just looked it up, that's why I figured I'd ask.
But
So
it
on the
doesn't
game-
actually, it doesn't say like it's half damage if you don't, things like that. It's just all pretty simple.
I'm pretty sure he's clearly going to be able to do it, but...
There's no
not
button
one-
to actually do it subdual, though. There's no...
No, not in this platform, right?
Couldn't you just fix the hit points after you find out?
The question is does he see the total before damage is applied and say, that's a lot, I want to do subdual damage, or is it, he'd be dead, no, I want to make that subdual damage?
The attacker can make this choice the instant the damage is dealt.
Okay. Then go ahead and roll your damage.
So then, it doesn't matter. Basically, you just, if you brought to 0, you just do subdual.
Yes, I just want to make sure that's the way it would read.
Yeah, okay. It's simpler than we thought.
You didn't go down, you dog.
He's gonna though.
He didn't go down, but he's gonna, because I'm gonna hit him with an unarmed strike.
Hit him with an unarmed strike.
Punch him in the face.
He's going to knock him out.
Literally right in the nose.
Karate chopper right in the face.
Oh, bam.
You broke my nose.
Right in the nose.
So the
Down goes
cultist
Razor.
is unconscious. And here's what's going to happen.
I'm gonna tie him up.
It is now 7 minutes past 10.
Yep.
Couple of things. I'm going to ask the group, what do you plan to do with the cultist?
I say we drag him back to the keep.
Yep.
For interrogation.
Yep.
Okay. So you guys are going to drag him back to the keep for interrogation. We'll handle
However-
that. However, what?
Well, do we want to just consider the possibility of also helping villagers get back to this tunnel after that? Or before that? Or just a thought?
I think we need to report back to the governor, or the captain has to report back to the governor that we cleared the passage. We've got somebody we can interrogate, and then we can come back out.
Okay.
All right.
Agreed.
So here's the situation. You guys are going to bring the cultist back to the keep, talk to the governor, and then reassess what you're going to do from there, right? Which we'll pick up next week. Also, you've gone to second level.
Whoa.